is gonna go is hopefully good.
Really good.
Hopefully. But yeah, hello everybody. Hello, hello.
Hello,
Halo. And hello as well. I got
Ray
hellos in the comments.
Pony.
I like seeing hellos in the comments. I love
Yeah,
seeing hellos in the comments. It's way better than start stream no comments.
yeah.
But yeah, today is we're doing Hatoful Boyfriend again. We got one doozy for you today. I'm not even sure how this is going to go, but we got our boy. You know him well. His name is Oko-san. He's this pigeon guy over here. I mean, they're all
Gonna
pigeon
find.
guys, kind of, but
Yeah,
he's the one with the very intense stare.
we're gonna find true pudding today.
That's my hope. It is always my hope that we actually do what we're trying to do. And yeah, so how's everyone's week so far?
Mm, Doing? How are you doing? Have been doing okay. My AC broke, which makes me a little sad because it's still hot as fall here.
Yeah, I just turned off my AC to save money. Like I luckily it's usually like the hottest it gets at this time of year is maybe 80 degrees. So I'm
Mm,
able to sort of get away with it, and I'll usually like I'll vent the windows at night if it's not like 100% humidity or anything like that. I'll vent to try and get some cooler air in. But but yeah, I don't envy broken air conditioning ever, because I
what?
remember a lot of summers where our house did not have working air conditioning, and it was Virginia, and it is not a good place in the country. I'm assuming where you are is much worse to
Uh,
not have working air conditioning at any given time.
yeah, yeah.
So I have to figure out a couple things very quickly. Um, da, 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 da.
Did you find out what we need to do Oko-san's other ending?
Yeah, that's what I'm bringing up right now. I had it. I just need to like
Look,
confirm.
yeah.
All right, we I have our our doomsday scenario sheet in case I don't know what we're supposed to do. I know what we're supposed to do now. That's good. We got 4 people watching. Holy crap!
My goodness, we're famous.
I'm famous. I
Goodness,
didn't I go into a stream with 4 viewers. That's very good. I like this. I like it a lot. All right,
how would I cope with all this fame?
we're gonna actually start playing the game. And guess what? Pro tag. What's your name,
Think
Charlie?
it. Okay, okay. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Um, let's see. Let's see. We're gonna name our Dumb bit. Dumb is the first name, and bitch is the last name.
I feel like this one's a little bit on the nose.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember, rely on bitches.
Yeah, always rely on bitches.
So that's A. Oops. And B. That should hopefully work for a name. And then I'm gonna whatever. There we go. There we go. Fix my thing because my hotkeys are still on. And this is the only time where my hotkeys matter is when we're typing in the name.
Because we don't have to type anymore in the story.
No,
Oh,
I do like that it's just like clicky to button.
Yeah, yes.
You can take this chance to fulfill a promise from long ago. Normal life. We're not quite there yet, even though the idea would be that we should be there. We're gonna grandly cruise through Ryota.
Oh, look at how cute he is.
Professor Kazuzaki.
Adorable, just an adorable man.
We got our man Sakuya.
Not our man.
Not our man. I love that. Oh my gosh. Sakuya ruined me last week. I really didn't like our Sakuya English. And then we got Yuya.
Yeah, Yuya's good. Yeah. We like Yuya.
Oh wait, Dr. Shu.
Our boy, man, that's my boy.
Yeah, that's Chuck's boy. Oh, the club last Eve. Alright, now we start.
Club on the ground to the... He's having a tantrum outside.
Cool! This is no pudding for a man. Cool! Okusan rejects it. It is a lie. A vicious falsification.
Around on a squished pudding. Hey, not very nice to the pudding. How beautiful he is.
Look at
This is
man. Look at his face. It's just that's a man.
This is Oko.
Dude, you know what's hilarious? This is Oko-san and everything. You see Oko-san. We have a very clear him next to. You have him next to the pigeon.
Yeah.
You have beak that doesn't look quite right. Because like the pigeon on the drawing, it's kind of like a manga pigeon. And this one's like a very picturesque pigeon, and they just don't look very similar. Even though it's the human visualization mode, but they don't look. They look. It's just Oko-san. Like we're Oko-san and then Oko-san, but the drawing Oko-san. It's funny because it looks like a basic pigeon, whereas this one is a different pigeon. I don't know. Like it to me it looks very starkly contrast from one another, even though they're next to each other. And
I feel like I'm not gonna know like birds by like their breeds anymore. I'm gonna be like, that's an Oko-san bird.
yeah.
That's a Q. That's an angel.
Well, Angel is that one
Yeah.
that one
Angel
Filipino.
is very distinct because they have that red thing.
Yeah. It's like you're looking at your bird watching someday, as you probably will, you know, just watching the birds, and
What?
you're gonna be with your friends, and as you are, and you're gonna go up and say like, hey, that's an Oko-san, and they're gonna be like, what are you talking about? This is a such and such pigeon, native to whatever region. It's like, no, this is an Oko-san. You don't understand. He must find the true pudding.
Yeah. This is Oko's breed. He doesn't really look it, but he's supposedly a fantail pigeon, I think.
Fantail pigeon, that's what it is, okay.
Way hype.
He's very hyper. Cool! Oko-san has suffered a deception most vile, a wretched betrayal.
Trail.
Cool! Oko-san instructed that pudding be provided for new members. Cool. But this is no pudding. Ousted, scored, betrayed, dragged into the street, and shot by those he trusted most. Man, this man asked for pudding, not for bullshit. I still don't understand. Like, so he's stomping a pudding cup with his feet. It's destroyed in the ground, dust to the wind, and we didn't understand what he really wanted.
Yeah, still don't know what true pudding even means.
Is squished and filthy? Oh, sorry.
Glitched and filthy, but the thing under his feet looks like normal store-bought pudding. What's wrong with it?
Cuckoo! Spurred the just young lady. Okay.
Oko-san used ring attack! Super effective!
Go! That will the day they cross Oko-san. He'll have them flayed, hanged, shot at dawn he will. Go! Oko-san was now trained to achieve true pudding. Farewell. True pudding.
He's gone. He's a good runner, but what does pudding have to do with the track team?
We're gonna learn.
And so the first day of my second semester at St. Peach Legends ended.
I thought it was the first semester, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. We got. Oh wait, there's two.
Nepotism ho! Don't we get a vote?
I remember this conversation. I don't remember the coup part of it though.
Join the track team, most likely.
Yeah, well, alright, so, I mean, I can double check, but, yeah, join the track team is the only thing, even for today. The track team, it's the whack dream.
I still stole the line.
Today's an elective day. Hold on.
Yeah, because this actually matters a lot more than we thought it did.
Yeah, I'm gonna be careful about this. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep up with our physical fitness.
So, like, do we just do, like, gym class the entire school year?
We're gonna gym.
Yo, we're gonna be so fit. We're gonna be JoJo's by the end of this. I had to sit out the wing training, but it was fun anyway. Maybe someday I'll be able to fly too.
Yo, the baby. Vitality increased by 5. But wait, I thought didn't it increase by 10? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Increments of 10. Cool! A dumb appears. Is this a challenge then? Choose your weapon, ma'am, and draw.
Pudding, though, not over pudding. Not really. I wanted to join the team. Do you know where the captain is?
Cool! He stands before you. Oko-san is the captain, and a faster bird than the world has ever known.
I never knew.
Bruh.
Oh, well, here, my forms. Thank you.
Cool! A dove never refuses a challenge. Commence the entrance examination. Chat, how fast do you think this thing runs?
I mean, there's some pretty fast birds in the world. And he said he's the fastest in the world. So let me look up fastest
Fastest running speed for a bird.
running bird.
Dude, we're gonna believe Oko-san at face value for the stat.
And the ostriches. Ostriches are the fastest running birds in the world. Scientists have seen ostriches run continuously at speeds 30 to 37 miles per hour and can sprint up to 43 miles per hour.
So Oko-san is doing 45.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Dang.
Yep, he has a... There's an exam.
Dude, there's an exam. Cool! Of course, track is in daisy chain making, Missy. Cool.
Daisy chain making.
What?
Where's Daisy Chain Making Club?
See, that's the one that we never got the option to join. They never even name dropped Daisy Chain Making Club.
Damn, we gotta start our Daisy Chain Club.
Oko-san will be your opponent in noble combat, sprint or long distance. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken... Yep. Long distance.
Long distance?
Go! Long distance, you've got guts. Let us begin. Go! On your marks, get set, go.
How is he so fast? He can't even fly this fast. Sound like the hedgehog looking at his ass?
Go! You're still weak, but you've got potential. Welcome to the team. Go! That's all, folks.
And so I joined the track team. Who knew doves could run like that?
Bruh. We never knew. I don't think they record running speeds for doves normally, so we don't have a reference point.
Being at home is so relaxing. Tomorrow is a class hike. Should I prepare anything? We won't be going so far, so I don't have to. Well, health first. I'll just have some udon and go to sleep.
Today is the hike.
Today is the day of the hike.
Let's go. We also have a thing I have to answer specifically for today.
We got a break on a hillside. Who should I talk to? Talk to Oko-san.
Talking to San.
Damn, you're right. I cannot find anything about how fast doves can run. I don't think we have a good measure.
Yeah, that's like. Well, this is what I've said is like, how fast do you reckon the average dove could run? Because
yeah,
I mean, it's not like I don't think they could run. If
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
I'd imagine they'd have their wings spread out and do it like Naruto.
Yeah.
For like.
I wonder what on wind. How much the winds we here?
Cow! It's not here. The pudding is not here.
It's missed. Did you bring it to eat for lunch?
Cow! No, Oko-san believed that wonderful pudding could be found in the hikes.
Is it a pudding that lives in the mountains?
Cow! Oko-san will now search elsewhere for the pudding. I wonder if the pudding is like meaning in life. That's true pudding.
Maybe. What kind of pudding is he looking for anyway?
Dude, maybe this is a good time to ask, what is your favorite flavor of pudding?
I'm not a big pudding person, so chocolate, I guess.
Chocolate pudding? Alright, chat, any particular flavors? Because I do have some pudding preferences.
What kind of puddings do you like?
I have very many. It's difficult because
This is why you like Oko-san so much.
maybe this is why I like Oko-san so much. No, but I'd probably go with on a given day tapioca. And that's probably a very unpopular opinion.
I've never had tapioca, so I'm not really have an opinion one way or the other.
Wow.
I've never had tapioca.
You ever had tapioca pudding? Like the pearls? Have you ever had the boba?
It was terrible. I don't know if it was the brand or what, but it just I didn't even get to try like the little balls or anything because like just taste of the tea was bad. It was like some boba my brother found like in a store. It was like this canned stuff. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Boba
but I
in
didn't
a can. See, I've had boba in a can before, and it's. I feel like the flavor would make or break it, honestly. But I don't. I've always gotten boba at like a place. I never really got boba at the store. But the pearls are significantly larger in the boba than in the tapioca pudding. Significantly larger.
I'll try to true tapioca one day.
True tapioca pudding.
Yeah.
Buy a snack pack.
Yeah.
Where's snack pack for a sponsorship when I need it?
Hell yeah.
This would be my spot. So your favorite pudding is chocolate. I like chocolate a lot. I like the double chocolatey flavors. You know when they have like chocolate layered with stuff?
Yeah.
Those are good. I'd say butterscotch is maybe my runner-up to tapioca though. Have you ever had the butterscotch pudding?
I've never had the pudding, but I've had like butterscotch candy before.
All right, so you have a somewhat understanding of what it tastes like.
Yeah, I like it.
Butterscotch candies are awesome. They're one of my favorite candies, except for chocolate, and one of my favorite puddings, even probably above the chocolate flavor. I don't know, like when I talk to people, they think tapioca is weird. So maybe I'm weird. I don't know. What does chat say?
Back in the day, there was this singer I really liked named Neko94, and I think she had a song about I don't know if it was like a cover. I think it was like a parody of something, but it was about how much they loved tapioca pudding.
Yo, like me for real?
Yeah. I'll send it to you sometime.
I've never heard of this, so I'll have to. I have to know. Oh! It's rehydration time. Oko-san wants to go swimming. Actually, you know what's funny? Oko-san mentioned rehydration time. I left my drink in my kitchen. I will be back. Ask chat fun questions while I'm gone for all 30 seconds. Maybe they'll let us know what's pudding.
I'll keep chat entertained. I won't get you banned off YouTube, I swear. Oh. Yeah. So, did you guys know that, back in the day, I don't know if I've told this to this stream before, but, back in the day, a lot of the sea monsters that, you know, pirates and travelers told about were most likely whale penises. You guys know that? That's crazy. Did you know, that the megalodon, you know, the big shark, the big shark, the megalodon, there's a whale, there's a species of whale that's extinct, that's even bigger than the megalodon. I forget what it was called, the it sounds like Leviathan, but it's not spelled like it, so I'm not sure if I should. It's like L-A-V-Y-T? Leviathan, basically. But it's supposed to be even bigger than the megalodon. And I think that's really cool. I love animals. I love learning about the sea because the sea terrifies me. Like with most fears, the more you learn about it, the less scary it is. But with the ocean, it's like the exact opposite, where it's like the more you learn, the more scary it is. And I love that. I love how, like, I love being scared, so I love looking at, like, ocean stuff, because it's terrifying. It's just terrifying. The deeper you go, the scarier it is. You guys ever see that, Japanese, I'm wanting to say it's like a cryptid urban legend, but it's like an ocean thing. I forget what it's called. Japanese ocean.
I've actually been back for like significantly longer than I was even gone.
Oh, when did you come back?
I'm wondering though, like what did we talk about while we were gone? Because I was gone for like a good 15-20 seconds, and I'm hoping because you're talking about, you know how the sea is less scary or more scary actually when you learn about it and you love it. That's what I came back to.
Okay.
You know what scares me is the thought that there might be a giant whale penis in my face.
True.
That scares me more than anything. You definitely didn't talk about those while I was gone, did you?
Oh, I would never bring a whale penis on stream. I wouldn't do that. That doesn't sound like me.
Anyway, yeah. I got water. It is true water. I don't know what true pudding is, but I know what true water is. It's like a lot of hydrogen with like half as many oxygen.
Hell yeah.
It's not HOH, it's H2O. Except it is HOH, which is weird, but I don't know. Oh. I'm drinking a lot of ho.
Yeah. I got my water too.
So actually, did you talk about it? What did you talk about before?
Alright, you called my bluff. I might have mentioned whale penis. So I was just talking about how a lot of the sea monsters that pirates and travelers from way back in the day talked about were most likely whale penises. I talked about this extinct species of a whale called the Leviathan. And it's like even bigger than the megalodon. And then I started talking about the Japanese urban legend of the Ninja, and then you can.
Yes. See, it's funny because I called your bluff and everything. What do you usually talk about when I'm not here?
I just talk about the first thing that's on my mind, and I don't know why, but when I'm alone with someone else's chat, the first thing that comes to mind is whale penis.
Charlie. How is that always the first? Because like I come back and you're talking about whale penis, and I'm like, what did I miss? And then I'll come back the next time and you're talking about something, but it's like, oh yeah, we were talking about whale penis earlier. It's like, hey chat, you know how sea monsters, like people used to see these things in the ocean, and now we think that they might actually be like whale penises.
Yeah,
like,
and to Google whale penis, I'm just saying if you Google it and go into images, you'll be like, you know what, I can kind of see why they would mistake that for a sea monster.
Like, is that the Loch Ness Monster though?
Some people think it does look like the Loch Ness Monster. Let me Google whale penis real quick.
Don't share with the chat. Well,
I would never.
Well, I mean, actually, I have no idea whether or not that would get me in trouble on YouTube.
Don't. It's educational.
I know, that's what I'm like. I'll just delete the naked yoga.
Oh.
And you've actually got adult human genitalia on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because it's educational somehow.
Yeah. So it does, like, at certain angles kind of look like the Loch Ness Monster. A lot of people think the Loch Ness Monster is actually a underwater dinosaur. I forget what it's called.
It's the Lapras from the Pokemon.
This monster. I know.
See,
So,
Oko's song kind of reminds me of a Loch Ness Monster.
How?
Except he's a lot more, very apparent. You know, he's long, he's fast.
The plesiosaur. That's what they think the Loch Ness Monster could be.
Yeah,
So,
plesiosaur.
yeah. It's a like
what a lapras
marine.
is.
Yeah, it's like a marine reptile dinosaur.
Dude, the Marines have a plesiosaur. That's wild.
But
Oh, I do have to point out the fact that Oko-san wanted to go swimming.
yeah. Oh,
Increased by 5. Oko-san wanted to go swimming. Why? He can't swim. He can pull a fast one on the water without swimming. Why would he want to swim?
because he needs to find the whale penis. Maybe that's
True petting is. We're not gonna go there.
Oh my goodness!
True pudding is actually whale semen, but I don't know.
True.
This is a weird. Do whales have semen?
Yeah, I think so. I think they have like mammal sex, right? They're mammals, right?
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah.
See, chat. I don't understand why we get into these tangents. At least we read stuff. I noticed on Ligma this weekend, Seven was like, "Hey, how come you and Bulbacue get to go and do all this stuff? We're out here." But it's not even like you guys get on that many tangents. It's just that you guys take your time. I go full speed, which is probably not the best thing. But
Look, if you go to Ligma expecting Doki Doki content, that was your own fault.
yeah, I mean that's really like DDLC is not the kind of thing you'll learn about it. Like you'll have to piece it together over a stretch of 5 years.
Yeah.
And you'll eventually have played Doki Doki Literature Club, and then for us it's just 3 months. I don't know how many endings are in Doki Doki. Because I mean there are different things you can do, right?
I think it's mostly kind of the same though. I think.
I know nothing about Doki Doki, which is why I fit in perfectly at Ligma. So who's the killer?
I can't say. I mustn't spoil.
I see. Is the killer even a thing? I'm guessing that there's a killer. I don't know.
It's like yes, but no.
In this one, I think it's Dr. Shu. Dr. Shu, I believe, is the killer in this game. We don't. It's only confirmed in one route thus far, though.
Yeah, possible.
The sports. Do we have any Oko-san? I don't.
Search Festival? Yeah, we have to run the marathon.
Cool! Oko-san will handle the marathon, indeed he will.
Do have lots of stamina, Oko-san. What about you, Sakuya?
Man, we're just hyping up Oko-san today.
All our homies love Oko-san.
You can't possibly be expecting me to run some race, can you?
And this is a sports festival.
Yeah, I was right. Oh. Alright, we're joining the marathon. I believe.
Man. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Do you want to double check?
No, I already double checked. I'm looking at the choices. They all seem pretty straightforward. I'm wondering where we differed, other than possibly not doing them running the entire time.
Yep, someone needs to act as female representative. Good luck, Oko-san.
Cuckoo! Never worry, never fear. Oko-san never brings up the rear.
Listen, that's usual. I think he came in first, but I can't see from here. I better do my best too.
Yeah.
Rolling around at the sea.
The midterms. Don't care about the midterms.
Yeah, we know we did bad. We don't care about our brains. We just want to get strong. Hello, every bitch. Ah, what? There's a pile of overturned desks in the middle of the floor. You have to overturn next to them.
Dun, dun, dun.
Realta, who did this to you? Rakdos underlings of bellies are light, so they look pretty different upside down.
Upside down.
I mean,
Turn me
wait, what's going on?
inside out and round and round.
Oko-san and Saku. Oh wait, that's your line.
Oko-san and Sakia are.
I look up to see the two of them at each other's throats in the corner. I think we might have a diplomatic incident on our hands.
Diplomacy.
What happened, Ryota?
Saki was making fun of Oko-san. He called him a stupid mongrel who only thinks about imaginary pudding and said he was ashamed to be in the same class.
I mean, Oko-san is a nutcase, and I don't know what he's saying half the time, but he really does like pudding.
Either way, Oko-san kind of went for the jugular and...
Tried to... And Oko-san used Wingle Tack on you.
Yep. Your only hope now, dumb. Eats me spinach. Cool! Oko-san will not allow pudding or himself to be ridiculed. You will be apologizing. You tell me to take back my word, I shall not. A mongrel like you hasn't even the right to speak to me. Cow! Oko-san is not a mongrel.
Sacrifice was in vain. I should. I had to on the side with Oko-san. Okay.
It would be very weird if we didn't side with Oko-san this route.
Oh. It wasn't very nice. Just because you don't know what Oko-san is talking about doesn't mean you can start slurring him.
I mean, I feel like this was the correct path to take in general.
Yeah. Even by Ryota's account, Sakuya started this shit.
Yeah. You are siding with this mongrel rebel? Aren't you supposed to be a human?
It was hurting my soul last week when we had to side with fucking Sakuya.
We had to throw Oko-san out the window. Cool! Oko-san is resolved. Oko-san will end this now.
He drops low and prepares a strike with all his might.
Cool! Giga Drill Beak!
Oko-san crashes into Sakuya with a spinning body slam. Sakuya goes flying into the hallway, bouncing helplessly.
Just boing, boing.
Boing, boing. Sakuya goes... Oh yeah, but must have hurt.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, I started reading the fucking thing and I was like, wait, I already read this. I was like, oh, it just added that must have hurt.
Cool! Oko-san is a match for any aristocrat.
Oh yeah.
Cool! Oko-san is a match for the mightiest giants themselves.
He puffs his chest and swags his way out of the classroom like a real gangsta pigeon.
Hashtag thug life.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag pudding pro. I don't know.
Wait! Class is about to start! Oko-san, come back! Break is over! I feel like I'm shining.
Yeah.
I wonder what I should do during break. Go to the...
See, I'm not sure what we're supposed to do for this one. Oh. I remember. Cafeteria.
Yeah! I think I'll eat at the cafeteria today. Excuse me, one half-dead fried rice, please.
Half-dead fried rice.
Yeah, my favorite. I thought Protac's fave was udon.
No, this is wrong. A fake, a vicious lie.
Familiar voice and
Cow! This is not pudding. I know, you said, so come on, let's eat outside. We can't horse around in here.
why not? What?
What?
Oh wait, not that I can tell by looking.
Was your mic just not picking up anything?
Yeah, I was worried it just wasn't picking up anything, cause okay, but it's good now. I think.
I only heard you once. I'm not sure how many times you tried to say it.
Oh, I said it like several different times.
Oh.
Not that I can't tell by looking.
I don't. So, I mean, usually your mic is pretty decent, but then it was like silence. I'm like.
Yeah.
She
Like whenever I have to lick my wasabi, it gets especially weird. I don't know if it's just like something in like the server or something, but like I cannot, for some reason I have to be like right up in my mic's like thing and just be like talking like this so that I could be fucking understood a little bit. Cause for some reason it's just like that.
Are you gonna do ASMR now?
Not that I can't tell by looking.
What was that?
This is your anime girl noises, ASMR. Muda 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 muda. So where ASMR.
What was the first one? Alright. It's hilarious.
This is San's true pudding ASMR. We're gonna jiggle some jelly into the mic.
It's just that Oko-san ASMR, and he just says "coo" in different ways, and people are fine with it because they're just using this to go to sleep or whatever. It doesn't have to be particularly insightful. He just has to hit the right pitch half the time or whatever to get the tingles or whatever. Cool. Stan saw the pudding here and went nuts. Look, I don't know about school cafeteria pudding. I never had school cafeteria pudding.
Never either.
What do they serve for dessert at your cafeteria?
Usually had dessert.
Based? I mean, to be fair, it's probably not a good thing if schools are giving kids a bunch of dessert for lunch. It's like, I'll have 5 pudding, please. Because I can.
When I was in high school, I eventually just started making my own lunches. And then I had nothing but desserts in there.
That's fair. Sand saw the pudding here went nuts. I stopped him from going on a rampage, but ow, cut it out, Oko-san. Go! Release me at once, my rage voltage is rising. Help me, dumb. Alright, see. The thing we end up having to do is letting him go. Which in this case isn't like... What?
Oh, don't you realize he's a fantail?
What does that have to do with it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Hi back. Phone dead.
Oh,
What is your favorite pudding? Actually, I should have put that in the chat as like a thing of like, comment your favorite pudding below. What's your favorite pudding, and is tapioca cringe or not? Because I like tapioca, but some people might not, and that's okay.
you missed the well penis.
I mean, to be fair, if you've been in one of my chats when that happened, I feel like you've told the same story like 5 times.
Yeah. I don't know. I never know because I say it in so many people's different streams. I never know. I'm like, I know I've said this in Zubbins, but like just in case, let me say it here too. It's kind of like my default.
Yeah, I know I've said this in Sevens and Wifes and Pro Antagonists and everyone else's streams.
Gotta say, I gotta make sure they know. Gotta know. We all gotta know about the well penis. Get educated.
He's a fantail. Eh?
Canadian is showing.
Cool! Silence, full boy.
One's freed. Goes on rampages for a while, then comes over with a satisfied expression.
Cool! Oko-san loves you, gentle maiden, but fake pudding cannot be forgiven. Fake? Fake pudding? Tapioca is one of my favorites. Butterscotch too. See, I even said that earlier. Imagine that. Butterscotch is like an acquired... Well, I don't think it's I think everyone kind of likes butterscotch, maybe. Like, I've never heard anyone say that they hated the flavor of butterscotch.
Yeah, like I said, I've only ever had butterscotch candy, but I like it.
Yeah, Charlie has not had butterscotch or tapioca pudding.
Yeah, gotta change that someday. I'll get that city pudding.
That city pudding? Do they not have pudding out in the Bammy?
They have pudding here, but like I've never seen tapioca or butterscotch as options.
Yo, I think in the city I live in, granted the Walmart I go to does not have a huge selection, but I think they have like colored puddings too. Like usually we get banana. We get there. I think they had like this weird green one. I don't know. Like I remember when I was a kid, they would have certain promotional flavors, but I never really liked anything particularly that much. So it just kind of was like tapioca and butterscotch. But I like so where you are, they just probably have what, vanilla and chocolate, and then both.
Familiar with.
Chocolate anything is good, so chocolate pudding is up there too. Tapioca is a sensory experience, but it's mainly vanilla flavor. I mean, I guess so, yeah. I mean, you've had vanilla pudding before, right?
Too.
I think your mic cut out there for a bit.
Yeah, vanilla pudding too. I like that too.
So vanilla pudding basically with balls.
Yes. Need to have the vanilla pudding with balls. With extra balls, please.
Dude, Charlie ASMR vanilla. Today we're gonna be having vanilla pudding with extra balls. With just more balls. And also Oko-san, we're gonna go cool. And more things. Like, I don't even know how it sounded, but I just got up really close to my mic. But I have the pop shield, so I had to kind of curve and around, and so I don't know if this is weird, but...
Cool. I put my balls in the vanilla pudding. Cool.
I even like rice pudding, but it's not one of my favorites. Yeah, I mean, I think rice pudding is definitely, like, it's a solid thing to eat. But I don't know about favorite pudding. Like, I've had better rice pudding than others, but rice pudding for me is always kind of weird. Because, like, it always gives me, like, Like, it reminds me more of an oatmeal type dish than a dessert pudding. But maybe that's just me. It's still very nice, though. Like, I'd much rather eat piles of rice pudding than piles of oatmeal.
Yeah.
Fake pudding cannot be forgiven.
There was sun in the forest, and me and Tatara village, our love pure, carry me away on Yakuil.
What? Have we had this dialogue before?
No, because usually we help Ryota. Last time we usually help Ryota. We've never done this before. We've never picked this option.
Who the heck is Yaku?
Today is an elective day. Do I do?
Bread pudding is more a British pudding, like so. Bread pudding is kind of not really. I don't count that because it's more like dessert stuffing. Like well, it depends. The ones I've had that are really good are like the ones where these the breadcrumbs that make it like dessert stuffing, and then some bread puddings are just like a congealed thingy. But I've never had bread pudding that was actually puddingy, so I won't count it as a pudding. Butterscotch is probably my favorite. Cool. Butterscotch chocolate swirl. Yeah, I was saying chocolate, like, I think chocolate swirl is like chocolate mixed with vanilla or chocolate mixed with different chocolate. Because I remember dark chocolate and other chocolate, like brown chocolate and really brown chocolate as a pudding option. Like having both of them.
Yeah.
I didn't know that like, you guys have Walmarts and stuff out there, right?
Oh, we have Walmart.
And Walmart doesn't have, they just have chocolate and vanilla pudding.
I mean, granted, I very rarely like get to shop at Walmart, much less for groceries. So I've personally never seen it anytime I've ever been in a Walmart.
Interesting. Today is an elective day. Guess what we're gonna do?
I'm gonna go to the gym. We're gonna get swole.
Too swole to control.
Oh, yeah,
Today is calisthenics.
Yuta, you're in high school and you still can't do a chin-up? What a weak little beta.
Don't look at me like that. You make me feel like a failure.
I'll look at you. I'll look
doing
at
it
you.
for Ryota.
I'm not bully Ryota. Look at him.
We got more vitality, whatever that means. We've got charisma for some reason too, and I don't understand that.
Because we got that raise.
Today
is Tanabata.
Do we have anything we have to do? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have to choose no thank you.
Oh, okay. There's probably a bamboo tree in the plaza this year. I think I'll go make a wish. Wow, there's lots here already. Anybody I know?
I think we know him.
That looks like familiar handwriting.
I wonder what the splotches are. Is that ink, do you think?
That's his piss.
It is yellow, but...
What should I look for? Oh!
So this one is actually consequential. Ours is conquer the world by force. We gotta pick this one.
I wish I could crush all opposition that rises before me and rules the world with an iron fist!
Zawardo!
Muda muda beach.
Hello, is that you, bitches?
Mr. Nanaki!
No thank you.
No thank you. Get out of my face.
Sped past.
No thank you. No thank you. I'm going to floozy myself to a different bird. Thank you very much.
Dude, we're going
I'll stop by the arcade. Play some DDR. Today is an elective day. What do I do?
Play more video games since we're already swole.
Yeah. A ragdoll is wiggling on the surface of water, advancing neither forwards nor backwards. You can't swim, Ryota? Damn, we just bullying Ryota.
Just like smash. Destroy this man.
Yeah. Give him a break. His mom is dying, Prota.
I'll look at you how I like squawk.
Yes. Look at him. Look at him like he's a piece of garbage.
I feel like we have kind of been a little harsh to Ryota here. Not like in the way that like Oko-san was. Oh wait, more?
Today is swim. All these damn tight clinging feathers are making my heart race.
She says it in a way that's like these really like skin tight bathing suits just making me.
Yeah.
Coco! Dumb as a human. Can you still swim?
Yup.
Ko! Oko-san challenges you to a race then. Oko-san has never swum against a hominid.
You're fast in the water as well as on land?
Bruh. Go! Naturally, Oko-san is the fastest in all things.
Alright then, let's go! As a wise Mario once said.
Let's go.
Let's go. Ready, set, go! Oh! Oko-san is running across the top of the water with incredible speed before the signal has stopped ringing in my ears. Dude, our Lord and Savior, Oko Christ.
I know, Oko-san is like, he's pulled every like very baffling, befuddling thing in this whole playthrough.
Our Lord and Savior, Oko Christ.
Quick question. As it currently stands, before we get to know True Pudding, where does Oko-san rank amongst the burbs?
He's definitely one of the better ones.
Wow.
If I were to make a tier list of like the ones I like to the ones I dislike, I guess it'd be hard to rank. We definitely have to do a tier list once we do all the endings.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess I would put obviously Angel's number 1, Shoes number 2. The Sleepy Teacher I would put as number 3. I guess number 4, Ryota.
So
number 5.
San is mid.
Yeah. I like him, but like it's hard to because it's like I like all of them except for Sakuya, so it's like so like even if they get a lower ranking, it doesn't mean I dislike them. It just means like I like them, but not as much as this one.
Our ghost Bruce Willis bird she didn't even rank.
And
I mean, Oko-san is probably better than him at least, right?
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to do a tier list.
Let's go. Tier list at some point.
That's not swimming. Being Jesus isn't fair in winning competitions.
Go. Oko-san is victorious. You are slow, dumb.
So I learned that I would need to redefine my very concept of swimming before hoping to defeat Oko-san. You can't defeat our Lord and Savior. We get back our finals today. I'm not so sure I did well.
Let's see. Our next thing we have to do is we're gonna have to scold somebody.
Oh yeah.
Oh, whoops. Disappointed, Mr. Nanaki. We'll have to gym boy more.
Today's the last day. It's been a semester already. Sometimes it seems long, sometimes it seems short, but either way, it's summer now. I should help clean up the club room. Check out the summer schedule before I go home. To the track club!
Munch, munch, munch.
Oko-san looks excited. Not angry for once, but still, this is... What are you doing? The floor is covered in beans!
What? How could he? It's not even Leggy Valentine's yet.
Damn. You're allowed to eat beans to ligaments.
Munch, munch. They're good.
It looks like he's been stockpiling nutritious balance supplements and eating them all at once. He certainly seems happy about it. What should I do? Do we scold him?
Yeah.
Oko-san, stop it!
Cool! These are Oko-san's beans. You cannot interfere.
Be quiet! Where's your pride as captain of the track team?
Cool! Come at me, whippersnapper.
Oh, you
Whippersnapper. Is he an old man?
son of a bitch. And so began the food fight that spanned several hours. The floor awash with blood and beans.
Floor awash with blood and beans. A song of blood and beans.
Oh my god.
Cool! You've got guts. Oko-san will step down in light of your determination.
You're not so bad yourself, Oko-san.
Why does... So... That text makes me think, like, after something and not, like, after a fight. Like, how was it for you?
Yeah. I think I just got rival zoned.
Let's go.
No, enemies to lovers. It's easy to fall out of practice and get fat and lazy during summer vacation. Hunter-gatherer's body is her way of life, so I'll go running today.
Oh, yeah, that's
You
right.
wanna skip?
I might not be able to.
What do you mean you might not be able to?
I don't see the arrow.
Oh, that's weird. You're usually able to skip buses. That's
I need to wait for her to come back. Okay, there's the arrow.
Got it. Carve it into your soul, kid!
Put.
Something new. It's a long time till semester starts. I still have a lot of homework.
Maybe I should apply.
For a part-time job. Let's not.
Forget about it.
Forget about it!
That's actually in the instructions, too.
I think
So
I'll wait till I'm in college. So I'll skip lectures to go to work.
That way, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're most of the way done.
It's like, no, having fun is more of a high school thing to do.
Yeah, wee.
Whee! Something new. Look at some festival. I think I'll go with somebody.
I guess, wonder who we're gonna invite.
My goodness, let's shake things up and invite Oko-san.
Let's go.
Cool?
Is it true that you'll take Oko-san to a wonderful place?
Yep. Today's a summer festival. Let's go together.
Cool! Oko-san smells excellent things. Oko-san's excitement is almost at maximum.
Oh my goodness. There's lots of good food, more than we could ever try.
Cool! Perhaps even pudding?
Well, probably not. I've never seen a stand selling pudding. Oh, look, the fireworks are starting. Oh, pretty. Aren't they pretty, Oko-san? Oko-san?
Cool! Cool!
No, he's lost himself to the shining lights and returned to his feral ancestry.
Feral ancestry, man.
Calm down, Oko-san, calm down.
Let's go. He went feral.
Yes. I knew I should have gotten up when I first woke up. I slept way too late. School starts today, right? I'm gonna be late. Oh no, I'm late for anime school. Hello, bitches. That's what I say when I enter a room. Just hello, bitches.
Return to our glorious abode.
Forgive me, sir, but I need to go home. I must return to my people, spoils of war, lay my bloody sword at the feet of the great king, and celebrate my conquest of all the lands from here to the distant Macedonia.
Dang. Oh, have fun. Dude, Macedonia. They never expected that Oko-san would conquer Macedonia.
I do like that this game, you can just say some weird out-of-pocket shit like that, and the teacher's just like, okay, have fun.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like... This is our fork. Alright, not now, but another day. We got 9 September the 3rd is where our fork is in this
Okay.
game. That's our...
Okay.
Go! Oko-san is always having fun! Yep. What is this fun?
Fuck you and no damn thing about fun.
Try to stay focused.
Student ID.
Oh, yeah.
I love when Kazuaki goes, woo!
Today's an elective day. We're 10 gym.
Jim, we're gonna be so strong.
Drunk.
Drunk. Today's volleyball day!
Go! Take this, Oko-san smash!
How about you?
So you're just used to fighting Oko-san.
We have fun rival zones. Done leveled up!
Go! A beautiful day for all autumn doves. Or autumn day for all doves.
You're in a good mood, Oko-san.
Go! Oko-san was granted a vision in his dreams.
A vision?
Go! A vision from Lord Pody himself. Do you know the legend of Lord Pody Dumb? Go! Glad in feathers of the purest white, his golden pudding steed shining like the sun itself.
What's the right answer?
At last he returns.
At last he returns. At last he returns to his lost home, guiding the pigeons to the pure promised lands.
Go! Yes, Dumb knows the legend. Go! The Lord of Pudding appeared in Oko-san's dreams. The pudding must be nearby. Go! Wait. Did I skip something?
He believes that Dom will meet the Lord Putty too someday.
Cause I blinked and I think I might have hit it again and I'm like, wait, what?
You're just like, cool, that's what I'm here. I'm here for the cools, man.
Cow! Oko-san must go now, farewell.
Cool. And he's gone. What was that Lord of the Pudding thing?
And we claim to know about it.
Today's a school festival. Our class decided to do a maid cafe. I'm not scheduled to work till tomorrow, so I have today off.
Yeah, we don't. There's nothing necessary in this.
Okay, good. I don't have anything to do, so I guess I'll look around.
Oh god. Go! Unhand Oko-san, unhand him at once!
Not too familiar battle cry emanates from the corner of the room.
What now?
What now?
Dumb, just in time. I've seen you in my maid outfit. Don't I look amazing?
Yeah.
Question for you, Chuck.
Yeah.
I know this is a little random, but
Okay.
maid cafe in anime school. Is
Yeah?
it like obligatory in an anime that introduces the concept of a maid cafe that they dress like the least like masculine looking dude? Like they find what?
I do think it's like a common trope. Like the maid cafe in general is a very common trope. But like I do think it's common trope to get like I guess more feminine looking boy to dress like a girl too. I know in like even in Fruits Basket, which didn't do a maid cafe for their school festival, they still had Yuki dressed like a girl for like no reason.
Based.
If I was in anime school, I think I would vote for like Haunted House or something.
Oh yeah. Ko! Unhand Oko-san, or face the consequences. I mean, that's what we did last time with what's his face?
Yeah.
Sakuya. But dude, Oko-san looks hot in me. I mean, what?
Oh, yo, valid. That is one sexy bird.
Oko-san's on duty today, but he doesn't like the dress. Ko! Ko!
Huh. This looks like something Peter would start a protest over.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh no, Peter's full of shit.
Ko! Peter is full of shit. You know what's funny? Do you know where Peter's headquarters is?
No.
Right by where I used to go to college. It's
Oh.
Norfolk, Virginia. And we drove past it every time I went to Old Dominion. And it was like, I don't understand why they felt the need to build a building there of all places and start lording their crap over people like they're so amazing, even though they end up putting a lot of animals down.
Yeah.
So,
And they protest things that are actually like good for animals too.
yes.
Like what was that one that people were like just recently on Twitter like pretty much being like, is PETA just trying to like air out their kinks? Something about like brushing out the fur of like what was it, sheeps? That's good for them actually. And they were like, no, you're ripping out their hair, it's cruel. But actually it's like good for the sheep and the sheep feels good. Like they like it. Like don't get me wrong, there's a lot of animal cruelty and like the meat industry and stuff, and I could totally get behind, I think anybody can get behind, protecting animals. I think like a lot of people are like, yeah, that's a good thing. It's just PETA's a hypocrite full of shit.
They are definitely full of shit.
Yeah.
Norfolk baby, PETA has extremely expensive waterfront property. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, Norfolk has always probably been relatively expensive to buy, and they've got like in the middle of like a compact urban area right on the water. And it's like, what? Like, it's just, to me, it's like, that building must cost like $50 million with the building and the property. Like,
Yeah.
Who just gives them this money? It's just like, it's kind of upsetting, but also annoying in a way. It's like only in Virginia. But
Yeah.
Yeah, Oko-san refuses these constricted garments. Real men fight in the nude.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Worth that.
You can't go commando in a raid cafe.
Come on, Adam. It suits you. I whip out my mirror and hold it in front of him.
The Humane Society fights against actual animal cruelty. I donate to them. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, PETA is sort of like a cult. Like, we're fighting. We're currently playing Pokemon Black, and I don't know if you've ever played Pokemon Black and White, but there's this team called Team Plasma, and they're like, we should free Pokemon from their Pokeballs. Humans have no right to like keep them as partners or whatever. But like their whole thing, like they have Pokemon and Pokeballs. They have Pokemon to get their agendas across, and to not like, because otherwise they couldn't even talk or anything. It's just like we're gonna dominate the land and everything with our Pokemon, even though we're telling everyone to get rid of their Pokemon. And also, like the end of the story, spoiler alert, Leader does not actually believe in the stuff he preaches. He's just being a piece of shit. So it's like a lot of PETA contrasts with actual good causes and organizations to do things.
Yeah. I would say if you're gonna donate to anybody, like, do your research into like what they're actually like first before you do so, because you might be donating to be like, oh, I want to save the animals, I would love to save the animals, but then you're like, donate to PETA, and then they're like pieces of shit that don't give a shit about saving animals.
Well, it's
and
like,
then your money goes to waste.
Yeah, it's like sort of a misnomer, but not really a misnomer. It's like they're just full of shit. Like, people for the ethical treatment of animals. If you mean by like the ethical treatment of animals, like letting loose zoo animals in a city is not ethical, because then we'll just have to shoot them. And they'll terrorize all the other animals in that ecosystem.
Yeah. PETA is currently being sued for stealing a little girl's dog and putting it down. That's terrible!
Wow.
Why would they do that?
That's really awful.
Yeah, that poor kid.
They probably said something like to liberate the dog from human slavery or some shit like that.
Poor little girl. That's traumatizing.
That is really bad.
Yeah. And that poor dog too, who probably liked, you know, their happy home.
Yeah. The whole thing is the front, so Getsis can dominate effectively world domination. That's why he manipulates and the entire time. Yeah, that's Pokemon Black in a nutshell. At least that plot line.
Yeah.
Oh. Cow! Seems awfully.
To court his own bemated reflection.
Well, apparently that was a pretty common thing for pigeons back in the day.
Never tried to court me.
What were those slams, by the way?
I guess he was kissing the mirror.
That's a kiss?
Yeah. You know, well, maybe, alright. Have you ever heard, you've heard the term do it like the pigeons before, right?
I have never heard the term do it like the pigeons. Pray tell, what does that mean?
Alright. So, it's from like a movie from my childhood called Drop Dead Fred. So, to explain first I need to explain the concept of the movie. So, this woman, her husband's like leaving her for another woman, and so she has to move back in with her mom, and through like crazy wacky antics, she reunites with her imaginary friend when she was like 6. Drop Dead Fred was his name. So, because he's her imaginary friend she made when she was a little kid, he still has like little kid concepts in certain ways. Like, he's an asshole and he swears, but he's like, he doesn't, he's very not adult. So whenever he realizes like she's all grown up, he's like, oh, what the fuck was Protag's name? I forget, but he was like, you've grown all up, huh? He was like mad about it. He's like, you went and got married and started doing it like the pigeons, and like, and then later in the movie we learn what that means, because there's a part in the movie where her and her husband decide, oh, we're gonna try to get back together and work things out, and there's this part where they're kissing on the couch, you know, things is escalating. They're probably about to do the nasty, and Drop Dead Fred is watching. And he's like, wait, this isn't how the pigeons do it at all. You're supposed to stomp on her head and peck her. And that's how you do it like the pigeons.
That does sound like a thing Oko-san might do.
Yeah.
I do remember you told me something about like you told me something about like that's a reference for you, like doing
Yeah,
it like
yeah,
that's just a
yeah,
common sexual reference that you use in your everyday
yeah.
life.
Yeah, in my everyday life, that's what I talk about. I'm like, yo, they're gonna do it like the pigeons. It's just like, it's so common to me that I barely even associate it with Drop Dead Fred anymore. It's just a part of my vocabulary.
Dogs thrive in good families, and also Koo,
Yeah.
Koo's in the chat.
Yo,
See, dogs do thrive in good families. Like, this is part of what I don't understand. Most animals enjoy their captivity. At least
yeah,
the ones
yeah.
I've had of like, for one, all our cats were
Yeah.
outdoor anyway, so they weren't really they weren't really
Mm.
captive. For the most part,
Yeah,
what are you
yeah.
doing to these? You're not like keeping these animals to abuse them. Generally, you're like
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
everyone I know who has pets takes good care of their pets and is loving towards their pets, and their pets have a much better life than if they were out in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
wild trying to fight
Yeah.
for survival.
So, yeah, where I live, where I live is a very common place where people like literally like dump their animals and abandon them.
Mhm.
There's been plenty of times where I've like had to find a home for a pet, like, and sick pets that you have to take care of and stuff. Like, I remember talking to the vet's offices one time, and they're like, my mom told them exactly where we live, and they're like, "Oh, that's why you always have strays. That people just dump their animals there all the time." But because like Luca is like a very small dog, she's like much safer in my home with me than if she were outside with all these stray
yeah.
animals trying to fight for food and stuff.
No, definitely.
Mm. Also, Luca's very protective. She does not realize that she is a small dog, so yeah, it's for her own safety.
Very, very trusty, loyal
Mm.
companion.
Yes, yes.
Oko-san's never tried to court me.
Aww, so sad. Cuckoo! I guess I'm not as attractive as Maid Oko-san. Sort of like Narcissus.
What is that? Like, that must be a Greek thing.
Yeah, okay, so the story of Narcissus is about, I'm wanting to say a goddess that fell in love. She was like looking in the water or something and saw her own reflection and like fell in love with her own reflection and ended up, I think, drowning in the ocean because she was trying to get closer to her reflection or something like that. Pretty much a story of pretty much being like, hey, narcissism.
Yeah, I was gonna say Narcissus is like
Yeah.
a narcissism.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that
that's where the word comes from. Yeah.
over self love.
Yeah.
Dude, we got another choice coming up. Today's
Yo,
well, actually,
today's
yours.
day. We'll be timing each other today, so I made sure to prepare to be in top shape. Huh? Why is the doctor here? Oh my gosh. Look, it's the doctor, you guys. It's the doctor. It's the doctor. He's going to take our eyeballs and turn us into bees and do experiments on us. And he's going to keep our head in a little jar, a little cum jar with a doctor.
Dude, legit gave me tingles. You didn't know. I'm in charge of nutrition for all the athletic clubs. Your advisor asked me to bring steroids today, but Oko-san has no needs for those. Yeah, it's steroids. Puh! Spit on you. What the heck? Oko-san does not need steroids. He's a real man.
Hell yeah.
Cool! Bring Oko-san pudding or bring nothing at all. Absolutely based.
Oh my god.
As you can see, your captain doesn't want them. I prepared this just for him, and I'd really like to see how his body will react to it.
I want them, Dr. Shu. I want anything you give us, Dr. Shu. Dr. Shu, you could fucking give us a fucking arsenic, and I'll eat it. I'll eat the arsenic, Dr. Shu.
Charlie ASMR. I was able to pick out, like, well, that one was easier, but, like, the first one was like, he's gonna get out the coom jar and do all that. Cool! Ogozan said he doesn't want it. It smells weird. Go! Have Dumb drink it instead.
Alright, what's the right answer? Last time we drank it.
The correct answer... I'm gonna double check again.
Yeah.
We're supposed to drink it ourselves.
Alright, good. Because I want to drink it. Drink anything you give me, Dr. Shu. Whatever. Anything the doctor may... wait, I know how to read. Whatever. Anything to make the doctor get lost. Glug, 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 glug.
Charlie does not like this message. She does not endorse the doctor get lost.
No. Don't get lost in my eyes, doctor. Get lost with me, doctor. Get lost in the middle of the woods with me where you can't escape, doctor.
Dude, it's like Dr. Shu. He's not the dangerous one. We really have to worry about the candy demon. Are you so classification wise, are you like an imp, like hell of a boss? Or are you like a lesser demon or something like that? Or are you like a specialized kind of thing?
So, like, there are various different types of demons in Candy Hell. I've never really gave it too much thought or specifications. We're all kind of just based on candy in some way, but we're like very mean and scary, and we're like rah rah rah. Because that's the thing, like, we may look sweet, but we're bad for you. However, Charlie is a little different from the other ones because, like, she's very, very small, as opposed to, like, the rest of them who are, like, usually, like, tall and big and buff. And, like, Charlie got big in the ass department, but that's it. And everybody's like, oh, you're weak and small. And so she's gotta be like, I'm not. She has to overcompensate because she's like, I'm scary. You know?
Yeah. No, what are you doing? That's not for humans. Ko! Oko-san knew he could dress you dumb. You are his greatest ally.
That was my piss, Dr. Shu. We just drank my piss, my gamer girl piss together, Dr. Shu.
Dumb leveled up. Wisdom increased by 10. Just for no fucking reason. An interesting reaction. Thank you. This has been most informative.
I'm not sure why, but I think it made me smarter. Racy on the other end of the field, Oko-san!
Go!
The gamer girl piss made me smarter. Gamer girl piss, I repeat, Shu fed me gamer girl piss. It made me smarter.
Can you like pull a Belle Delphine and that's how you getting your own place? You just you sell jars.
Of gamer girl piss?
I mean, she marketed gamer girl bathwater. That's maybe not as directly gross. It's still pretty gross.
Yeah. Sweet ones. Because I think it's obvious, Belle Delphine. She's a marketing genius, but obviously she's not going to be taking all those baths to give all those waters. So somebody on Twitter.
How many people bought that stuff though? It was really expensive.
I contemplated getting it.
What?
I contemplated it.
How much was it?
I think it was like $30 to $50.
For a jar of her bath water.
Yes. But
she didn't need to take that many baths probably because it's like you sit in a large bathtub and a full bathtub. You can make a lot of jars of gamer bath water.
So they said they tested it and it didn't have any human DNA in it, and they were like, "This isn't real gamer girl bathwater. I'm going to sue Belle Delphine."
Dude, that's hilarious. That's all for today. Finals are coming up soon, dude, so make sure to study hard. I want to study soft though.
Hey, Oko-san, how you doing?
Cow? What is it?
I've been wondering for a while now, what pudding that you're searching for?
Cow! Pudding naturally.
Fair enough.
Cow! But you know where Oko-san can find pudding though?
What's your flirt like?
It says to stay in a convenience store.
Okay. Both of these answers seem correct.
I mean, the grocery store seems alright. So convenience stores, I'm sure you could get like your snack pack or whatever there, but like grocery stores usually have a ton of pudding, and they have like pudding mixes and things like that. Convenience store, like, I'm not even 100% sure if like my local Sheetz has any.
Yeah. So, grocery stores, typically would have a wider variety of what you're looking for as far as food goes in general.
Yeah. Cow! Indeed, Oko-san goes at once.
Oko-san!
There
he goes.
Cow!
He's back.
Cow! Dumb is a liar, a traitor to the cause.
Oh! Oko-san, stop! You're hurting me!
Cow! There was no pudding, none at all, not a trace. Cow! Oko-san hates you, Dumb.
Oh.
Dumb.
Heart!
It didn't say in a convenience store. This is a list of things wrong.
Well, even, like, I remember when we did the grocery store, he still said this. No, why is this happening? I get our final back today. Between midterms and practice? Bitches. Always getting bitches. Getting better. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dude, like...
Happy New Year. Bad as raining.
Let's see. Okay, so our next move is... okay, we got 2 more things. And the first of them is the beans. But it's raining. How come we keep getting the rain?
Oh, wow. I'd go to the shrine, but my ass is wet.
Yeah, exactly. We can kind of skip a piece of this.
Happy New Year, everyone. There's nothing special about this semester. Hatoful Boyfriend, 3rd term. Most splendid and greatest Academy of the Pets. It's still light out, so maybe I'll go somewhere before I head home. Whee!
Whee!
Oh, tomorrow's like a midtimes. I think I'll buy some beans. Today, like a midtimes is a holiday where you give beans to the boy you like, but apparently it used to involve throwing them at pigeons. Unbelievable. Would you throw a bean at a pigeon? Disgraceful. You're throwing beans at pigeons? Anyone in the chat throwing beans at pigeons? What the fuck is going on there? You throw things at pigeons? BBQ, do you throw things at pigeons?
See, I've never really thrown anything at the pigeons. I think I might have thrown like breadcrumbs and stuff like in their general direction for them.
Yeah.
Beans?
Like, yeah.
I would think that beans wouldn't do well, maybe.
Yeah. Like, there's this place that I used to like to go to when I was a kid. I still like to go there, but I don't ever get to go there as much anymore. But, they have, like, ducks there, and, like, they have duck feed that you can, like, get, and you can feed the ducks.
Feed the ducks, let's go.
Yeah. Good evening, you here for beans?
Beans.
Yes, is there any kind that you think is particularly good?
See, you would believe Charlie, my friend Candy Queen Charlotte. You would indeed believe if you had to take a guess. What of these beans? Hold on, let's see if we can get. Which one of these beans would you think?
I would think like maybe racing blend.
Yeah, it's swollen hemp.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll double check it again, but I was surprised by that. The only one who liked racing blend was
Sakuya. But he would only like that because I think it's mentioned that the racing blend is like expensive and trendy.
I skipped over that, but it's like trendy and expensive. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss. Here you are.
Here you ball.
What?
Here. I said that in my deep voice. Here you are.
Here
you are.
That's a voice I've never heard before.
Yeah, here's me, young man. How's it go? Today's a special day. Preparations are complete. I have to give the beans that special somebody.
Aka-san! Aka-san!
Wait.
Go! What is it? Oko-san was about to escape into the great outdoors. He's gonna make a run for it.
I'm gonna escape. I have something for you. It's like Times, remember? Here, him seeds.
Go! Go!
He seems extremely excited. Aka-san, a lot's happened since we met last spring. The semester's almost over, but I hope we can.
Go! Enough flirtations. Head over the hemp and no one gets hurt. Was this the dialogue from like I can't remember.
I can't either.
This is hilarious. Hand over the hemp and no one gets hurt.
He leaps at me, grabbing my package and scattering its contents across the floor.
I'm just trying to picture this like actually happening. Oko-san leaps at you, grabs the fucking package, and then probably just starts shaking his head with it in his beak like crazy and just like rips it, tears it, throws it everywhere like a dog destroying a toy.
Yeah. He pecks at the seeds with a motion and speed reminiscent of a jackhammer.
This is like a giant woodpecker.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the whole jackhammer thing with his beak, where does that put him? Not on character, but on like attractiveness. Like, how much riz do you think this bird has?
Yo. All there is. If anybody in this is a child, it is Oko-san.
That is true. Oko-san is the Giga Chad of all boys.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to listen to my confession. Maybe I should have told him before I let him see the seeds. Oh well, at least he's happy.
Munch. Cow! Dumb is an angel of the pudding god, come to this world to spread joy and goodwill. Go! Oko-san will remember this gift forever. That's like the nicest thing Oko-san has said to us.
I seem to have earned his lifelong trust with hemp.
Hand over the hemper and nobody gets hurt. It's like, feels like Harold and Kumar, like, just bag of weed, give us the bag of weed, no one is any the wise, no one gets hurt.
Yeah. That's pretty cheap, lifelong trust.
And then we have our final decision, which...
Finals are over. Time to coast along till spring break. Is the attraction doing anything during break? I should go ask. Oko-san. Are you in here? He has a bag of dried beans in the canteen. Is he going hiking? What are you doing, Oko-san? I found you.
Cool! As you can see, Oko-san is preparing to depart on a great journey.
Over spring break.
Cool! No, Oko-san has quit school and is going on a quest.
Oh, what? What? Nani? Oko-san, you can't do that. It was a miracle for someone with a brain like yours to get into school in the first place. And if you waste a chance like this, you'll end up a failure. Damn, tell me how you really feel. Shit!
Damn, just lay into poor Oko-san. Go! Oko-san will not be stopped. Oko-san is going on a quest to seek the true pudding.
What? True pudding. It's not what I think of as pudding, right?
Go! Pudding is the ambrosia of the gods. Miracles in jiggling, corporeal form. Treasure shining with the 7 colors of the rainbow. That's sort of like, it's actually making me think flan. Like that type of pudding.
Yeah.
Like a jelly kind of pudding, you know?
Yeah, he said 7 colors of the rainbow. Was he looking for gay pudding? I can make that.
Go! Those who partake of its wobbling flesh will never experience sadness again. Damn.
7 colors of the rainbow. I'm not sure I want to eat that in a wide world. Are you serious? You're leaving?
Cool! Oko-san never goes back on his word.
I'll... What do you do?
We gotta
What
go
do
with
you
him.
do? Good.
I mean, I'll double check these again, but yep, I'll go with it.
That sounds right. Yeah. I'm coming with you.
Jeez,
Oh,
Charlie.
she's coming. Oh my goodness. Right here in the track club room.
Cool! Right now? No. What for made this quest will be mortally dangerous?
I don't care. Does this true pudding really exist? I want to find it with you.
No! Oko-san knows your abilities well. Dumb. You will not be an impediment.
So you'll take me with you?
Oh! Very well. Birds of a feather must flock together after all.
Oh.
Go! Until we catch the end of the rainbow.
Oh, yeah, they're looking for my gold, my leprechaun gold. And so our great quest began. We ran for years across fields, forests, mountains, searching ever onwards. And now we stand in the ancient, unexplored ruins of Pudding.
The ruins of pudding.
Oh, are we gonna find out what true pudding is?
Go! This chest must contain the pudding itself. Help Oko-san open the lid, dumb.
So, this is the end. Ah! Right!
Go! Eyes!
Oh, what? Oh, what? Oh, wow. There's nothing inside. A fake?
Fakey.
Fake? Oh, no. What should we do, Oko-san? I guess...
Go!
I guess this is the end. Oko-san?
Clad in feathers of the purest white, his golden pudding steed shining like the sun itself.
Oh my god.
At last he returns to his lost home, guiding the pigeons to the pure promised land.
What's wrong, Oko-san? Why are you talking?
See, now Oko-san can actually talk.
Wasn't he always able
Is
to
that
talk?
true pudding?
Maybe.
Let's go!
Oh.
I am no longer the one called Oko-san. I am now Pooty, Lord of Pudding.
Oko-san! Oh, he's possessed by pudding.
Oko-san was but my avatar on this mortal plane. I am now complete once more.
Oko-san, what are you?
I am grateful to you, fair one. I have at last achieved my goal. I am the bringer of true pudding. I shall bring about a world of pudding.
What is this pudding you're talking about? Come on, tell me!
Pudding is hope. It is the future. I shall now become the very concept of pudding itself.
That's not Tonian.
I have enjoyed our travels together. However, you must live on and forget me.
No,
That
can't.
is life. If you can fulfill the concept of pudding, I shall be satisfied. I shall not live or die. I shall be the concept of ideal pudding, never in wax or wane. There shall be no regrets. Farewell, Dumb.
Oh, and so the world was engulfed in pudding. According to the fundamental principles of Okozan's new universe, every living being carries pudding in its heart. Yo, I know I was joking around earlier when I said that Oko was Jesus Christ, but did he literally become God and take over the world?
That running across the water was just foreshadowing.
Damn.
Yep. Well, that happened.
Yeah. Also, like, Dumb kind of gets her pro tag, gets like the shit end of the stick in there. She quits school to be with this guy, and then he gets possessed by like Pudding God.
It's not he's possessed. It's his true avatar form.
Yeah. Well, he becomes Pudding God. He finds his true self, and then he's like, "You have to leave now." That's like, bitch, he quit school for you.
Dude, ending number 7, 2011, A Pudding Odyssey.
Damn.
Dude. Gallery
Damn.
here. Now we got everything except for the,
Shoe ending?
yeah, oh, whoa.
Oh, wow. What is this?
The OG Zoo, Hanju OG Koen. Oh.
Oh.
It's an actual place.
Ah.
I mean, that info might be able to do. Oh, nice.
And then we get him when he transformed.
See this gallery, we've got eight more images. We've only got one
Yeah.
for the ending number, whatever we haven't done yet.
Yeah. But then we have that other stuff,
Yeah, the final quest.
Yeah.
Archive.
Any bombing?
Bombarded by human extremists. Immediately afterwards, the Hawk Party spin spawned with crawlers, extremist organization. Dang.
Mm.
We're almost done with the whole thing, Charlie. What do you? I'm gonna go ahead and say we've been going for almost 2 hours, so there's probably no point in trying to do Shoe this week. We can save it for next week, right?
Yeah, we'll do Shoe next week. I'll
Dr.
do Shoe
Shoe.
any week. Yeah.
Look, this
Mm.
has been such a game. I love this game so much.
Yes. I was not expecting to love this game as much as I was, because for years people have been saying you need to play Hatoful Boyfriend, but like, all I knew about it was like, oh, the love interest are birds. That's not really selling me. Like, that's quirky, I guess, but
It's quirky and funny for like 2 minutes, right? And then no.
Yeah.
This is,
but like through
Oko-san,
most of this, I
he
forget that
developed-
these are even birds.
Like, Oko-san starts talking, and it's like, I know he's
Yeah.
saying the coos, and I know I'm
Yeah.
like translating it in the parentheses, but
Hmm.
like it's funny because it's like, oh man, he's actually talking now,
Yeah.
like the true bird pudding master.
Yeah.
So
If people had told me that this game has murder, has pudding gods, has fucking angel, enough said,
yeah,
fucking Sixth Sense, would have been much more interested in this game a lot sooner.
definitely.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oko-san is maybe one of my like. I think he's one of my favorite characters, but that whole ending thing, it's just it comes out of it didn't really come out of left field, but it was kind of like he became Pooty, and I didn't even expect
Yeah,
like I thought we were going to find something.
yeah.
So all of these endings have twists. Like Oko-san was actually truly the vessel of the Lord Pooty.
Yeah.
Nagaki was actually Bruce Willis,
Yes.
the Christmas
Yes.
version, Christmas story. Um,
Yeah.
and Yuya was actually secret agent, and
Hmm?
um, Angel was actually like a fighter to save the world, and the other
Yeah.
birds are all just kind of like normal.
Yeah. Most of the birds are pretty normal. I think I like Oko-san a little more now, though. I will say that. Oko-san, a little higher on my scale. I don't know if he ranks higher as far as like the order of my favorites, like I was calling him earlier. But I do like him a little more now. I've always liked Oko-san, but
Oh.
he's. How do you dislike Pudding God? But it's also like
Uh,
I miss the old Oko-san when he transformed and was like, "You shall leave me now." I was like, "But what about our good times? What the fuck?"
Good times never seem so good. So good. So good. So good. Go! Enough said. Yeah,
Nothing.
like there's something to this game that's just like blows me away every time we
Yeah,
play it.
like it's just like there's so much to the replayability factor to this game.
Yeah.
Cause like normally it was like dating sims and stuff like that. Yeah, every character has their own story and stuff. But with this, it's just so vastly different that they feel like different games entirely.
I mean that may be part of it. It's just like how different this game is, play style wise. Like each individual route, you do something completely different and new. I mean, I had to have help with the guide so that I could find some of the true endings, but
Yeah,
we were able to go through it, and we got through so much.
yeah,
We found true pudding. I didn't like going into the end of it. I'm like, what if we don't actually find the pudding? What if it's just like they go
yeah,
off and have the love story and they going like kind of like how ending 13, the one where they make the lesbian girl biker gang thing,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's like no, we actually found true pudding, and it showed like a
Hmm,
like one of those gelatinous jiggly pudding things. So I guess that must be a different pudding than what like us Americans are used to.
yeah.
But
Which
yeah,
like because Sakia's ending and Oko-san's ending both were like kind of the same. They just had like an extra scene to it.
yeah.
I'd assume like the Doctor's ending is pretty much the same, but also an extra but
I
an extra ending bonus. But I'm still excited. I'm so excited. I love the Doctor. I can't wait. Can't
Doctor
wait.
Shu. I wonder if Doctor Shu's
Yeah.
ending is like the last one because remember the extended scene thing where he's carrying our dead head
Yeah.
around.
Yes. Yes.
I wonder because we got that without like having a guide or anything, and that was our
Yeah.
Doctor Shu ending. What if the other Doctor Shu ending is like not even as much?
What if the ending is that Dr. Shu is afraid of me because I'm so in love with Dr. Shu that I'm the danger.
Maybe it's like a misdirect.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like a true ending. It's just like
Yeah.
a alternate ending. But
Yeah.
maybe there's a different thing that happens. Maybe we end up thwarting Doctor Shu.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Can't wait. I can't wait.
Well, what do y'all think, Chet? How do you feel about True Pudding?
Yeah. So, True Pudding, I love it, but I love Oko-san more as he is.
I
So
know.
I think it's cool that he becomes a god and all, but it's also like I miss the Oko-san that was like cool and was crazy.
You
Or
missed the
hyper
cow.
boy. Yeah. I miss my little chaotic hyper boy.
Dude, Charlie is finally fallen in love with the bird, like the bird who doesn't even have human form.
Yes. I'm not a furry, but listen, hear me out. I didn't know that I was gonna fucking fall in love with birds when we played this game, but look, love is love.
Yeah.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Oko-san, just like, Giga Chad, you know?
Yeah, Giga Chad. All my homies love Oko-san.
Like, I'm trying to think of how to express this. Oko-san is
Mm,
kind of like the character who he's really determined and he's kind of nuts, but everything
yeah.
he was determined and nuts about it's all worthwhile in the end. So it's like
Mm.
he's just a dreamer.
Yeah. Oko-san was right about everything.
That's
You're good,
literally
you're
true.
good. We didn't take roll call, so you're good, Jennifer.
Yeah, roll call Oko-san. Go! That's what we need to start it
Mm,
today.
yeah. It is a shame, though. It is a shame because you missed my great ASMR.
Yeah, Charlie ASMR.
Yeah. Don't worry. There'll be more ASMR next week
It
when
was
we are romancing Dr. Shu.
I know we're gonna get
Um,
Doctor Two. So we're gonna have at least 2 more weeks of Hatoful Boyfriend, and then a recap episode at the very end
hmm,
where we do tier
you
lists.
know?
We're gonna do some of that stuff. Um, I know that's gonna be like the last thing. It'll probably be sometime mid October. Um,
Yeah.
what day is Halloween?
Let
Probably
me check.
Tuesday.
I think it's,
Well, because Friday the 13th is a the actual Friday
yes.
the 13th.
Yeah. 31st falls on a Tuesday.
Mm. So we'll be on like All Hallows Eve,
Yes.
but we won't be doing Hatoful Boyfriend probably by then. We are going to figure out something else. I've got some ideas, but we could always bounce around the idea of that one KFC dating sim because it's like
Yeah.
the only problem with that I determined is like we're probably only getting one or 2 weeks out of that thing. It's not supposedly very long, with multiple
Yeah.
endings and all that. But it's free. It's like it's KFC propaganda.
Yeah.
Like they made it
I,
for free so that people would play it and then want to eat KFC.
yeah. Okay, I've played it once, and we could play it together. It's still a fun game. It's very funny. It's just like it it's very frustrating. The ending.
Oh,
The ending.
because it's not like a multiple endings thing, right?
No. As far as I know, at least, no. You get the one ending, and it's like, damn, Colonel Sanders is a dick. That's all I'll say.
Dang, not like Colonel Sassacre. Am I right? Am I right,
Yeah.
folks?
Yeah. I thought we were in love. Colonel Sanders broke my heart.
I'll never get popcorn chicken again.
Thank you.
But like I actually like it was sad because I don't think they do popcorn chicken anymore at KFC. And
Mm,
that used to be one of the things I liked. I liked popcorn
mm,
chicken
mm,
and the tendies and macaroni and cheese and
mm.
the I guess it's called like
Mm.
the greens.
Yeah. It's been a very long time since I've eaten a KFC.
I used to like both KFC and Boston Market,
Mm,
but in a sense both of them are somewhat overrated now.
yeah.
Boston Market, they may have like wanted enough business to where they would give people better deals or something now, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if they even exist. But anyhwa,
Aqua.
we got Charlie ASMR. We found the true pudding after so
Mm,
long. Um, I suppose like it's not really a short week
the
in
true.
perspective because we normally go for closer to
Yeah.
3 hours. We're about two in. Um,
The
think
true pudding was within Oko-san all along.
the true pudding is inside you all along. Like, but it's still a real thing. It's like, it's not like the
Yeah,
One Piece was the friends you made along the way. It wasn't that kind of a. It wasn't that kind of a thing.
yeah. It was. It was just like he was right the whole time. It's kind of like the funny twist with Angel, where you think, oh, he's going through that what's it called, Chinibio phase, and
Yeah.
and you're just like, okay, he just a little wacky, crazy imagination, and then you're like, oh wait, no, he was right the whole time.
Yep. Dude, Dark Reunion.
Mm,
You don't know about Dark Reunion, do you, Charlie?
I do not believe I do.
You gotta get the Shun Kaido lore from the
Oh,
the anime Disastrous Life of Psyche K.
oh, okay. Oh yeah. I really gotta watch that anime. I really want to. Because you showed me the himbo, and I was like, this is beautiful.
Boston Market. Let's go. So here's the thing. I enjoy a lot of places that are like the pedestrian places to eat because of course I'm not like the rich money bags dude.
Mm,
If I'm gonna eat at a restaurant, it better be something like sushi. Better not be something stupid like Applebee's where I can just make a steak at home and just season it well and then put cheese on it or whatever and shit and bam, you did Applebee's.
mm.
But no, like you gotta get some. You're either gonna pay like not restaurant prices and get some like KFC, or you're going to pay restaurant price and get something like nice, not like something
Yeah.
lame. But
Sally, where'd you grow up? I grew up in Alabama.
she
But
she grew up in the Bammer.
yeah, yep.
I don't. Did they ever have Boston Market in where you lived?
I've never heard of it.
It's
I've
like
never.
I said I related it to KFC because like their sides are really good, and they have a lot of the cool like combo meal things you get. But like they are, I'm trying to think of like how to describe it. Um, mm. See, I always thought that there was like sort of a missed opportunity by them not being in like a Walmart or a store like that because they're effectively like it's like a food kiosk that you used to be able to go to. Like you could sit down in the place and eat, but it was like you could go pick out what you wanted and then like they give it to you and then you take it. It's like it's in a sense a similar experience to Subway, but just with food that I would say is much better. As much as I do actually like Subway, kind of,
Yeah.
I like Boston Market. So
Mm.
to describe what Boston Market is, you could go there and get like chicken, like rotisserie chicken or something like that, or something like that, like a main kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was like a cooked food, and so I thought of like grocery stores and you know how they have like their like they have sections usually where they have like food prepped already that you can buy and take home that's like hot food.
Yeah.
And so Boston Market is similar but like a restaurant-y experience. Like if you were to go to
Mm.
what is it called? Like it's a cafeteria style restaurant. Yeah, rotisserie chicken, meatloaf. No, their sides though were amazing. Like their macaroni and cheese is one of my favorite macaroni and cheeses of all time.
Yeah. Like my favorite places to go to like restaurant wise, I definitely prefer to go to like fast foods. I don't like to go to any place fancy. Taco Bell, Sonic, that's good for me. But if you're like I will not go to a Santa Fe ever again in my life because I was traumatized at a Santa Fe once.
Is a Santa Fe like a local Mexican?
More
Something like that.
like country cooking.
Oh.
I guess.
Well, because Santa Fe is like well known for being the capital of New Mexico, so I was like, is it like a Tex-Mex or something? But no.
Maybe. But yeah. It's and to me like it's like a sit down restaurant. Like whenever I call it a fancy restaurant, my mom's like, it's not a fancy restaurant. But I'm like, I don't want to go to that. It's fancy. But
it's a
yeah, I was
place where you're going to pay more than like $10 to $15 a meal on average.
yeah.
Like
Like,
when I think of like too much is like I'll go like me and my buddy will go to Burger King. We'll get the coupon, bring that, and we'll get
mm,
like a pile of burgers and fries for like less than $20, and
yeah,
that's like food. And that's
yeah,
my idea of like splurging sometimes. Go to Little Caesars, get yourself a pizza for like $8 or
mm,
$7.
yeah. But yeah, I was traumatized out of Santa Fe. It wasn't the place's fault. It was more so my aunt's fault
Oh,
because when I was like 17, 18, we've talked about this before that I look kind of young for my age.
yes,
Well,
yes.
so my aunt, she loves to like embarrass people. That's like her thing. And so one time she was out with me and my mom, and I was like 17, 18, and she thought it would be funny to tell our waitress that it is my 10th birthday. Um,
Oh my God, that's mean.
and and the waitress believed her. And they keep in mind, I have really bad social anxiety. I do not like when like a whole crowd of people is looking at me. And
Wow.
um, so their like birthday thing, they get everybody in the restaurant's attention. It's not like oh, we're just gonna go here and like sing
Oh
happy birthday to
no.
you, and people can look, people cannot look, but we're just gonna do our thing. No, they get everybody's attention. They're like, everybody, listen up. This is this is this is Charlie, and it's her 10th birthday, and they make the entire restaurant give you a birthday yeehaw. And I was like, I'm
Oh
never going
no.
back to a Santa Fe ever again.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, yeah, they give me a birthday yeehaw. And
Net.
I was like, what? Yeah, it's like I can't. I don't. And then they like give you like a free like dessert, but I was like, God. She's like, you got a free
Was
dessert.
it your
I don't know what
birthday?
you're complaining about. It was not. It was like in fucking April. My birthday's in December.
Ah, I see. So it wasn't like oh yeah it's her birthday tomorrow or something, and it's very false pretenses because she was
Uh,
you were not 10.
Far from it. I was like 17, 18 when this happened.
Oh, that's awful. But they gave you free dessert,
Yeah, yeah.
so it's like theftery.
Mm-hmm.
Dessert under false pretenses. I don't know. It's a fun. I don't know that it's funny because it's like ooh, that's an interesting story. Because it's like
Yeah,
ooh,
yeah.
I don't like that. I see people didn't do that to me very often, but I know that
Mm,
like I've heard stories like the people like your friends or your family or your something will go and they'll be like, hey, it's this is actually this person's birthday. It's like, oh, okay, cool. And no one actually enjoys these things.
yeah.
Sorry for the
Thank
stress.
you, Rebecca.
Sorry for the stress and humiliation. Now eat your feelings in sugar. Enjoy.
Thank you.
She is the candy queen. That makes sense.
Yes,
However,
yes.
like I remember, like there'd be like the stupid like the happy birthday on this your special day. I
Yeah, yeah.
remember. I think it was there's some people in my family or something who were like created the new lyrics as happy birthday on this your special day, happy birthday, now go the fuck away. Because it's like it is so uniform and just kind of like general like garbage. Like it's gonna still stress you out and make you feel like oh I didn't want this today, but
Yeah.
still like also kind of like whatever. Like this was not meant to. It's not gonna actually improve my day at all. So just like how about just go the fuck away.
Yes, yes.
And that's like you got the entire restaurant to yeehaw for you.
Yeah, yeah. For my 10th birthday.
For your 10th, 18th birthday. Oh man, that's just awful.
Yeah. It's like I don't like going to Santa Fe now, which I wasn't crazy about it before, but now I'm especially not
Well,
crazy about it.
what if they recognize you and you're like, hey, I see you're still 10.
Yeah. It's like,
Not that you still look 10, but you could
yeah.
pass, you could easily pass for like 13, 14.
Yeah. Like, I think I might have told you this story before. Did I ever tell you about like how for years, at the grocery store, me and my
Yes.
mom used to go to. Yeah, okay. They would treat me like a child, and I didn't know how to correct them, so I just let it happen.
You
And
played
then one
along
time, yeah.
unwisely.
And then one time, my mom was talking to one of the her people that worked at the grocery store, and she would mention like, yeah, even my youngest is drinking age. I feel so old. And he looked confused and was like, who is this kid you're always with? And she's like, this one's my youngest. And he looked so mortified because for years he had been talking to me like a child, and I just didn't correct them. Oh gosh.
It is interesting though that, I mean, shout out to Candy. What is it, Sweet Candy Bitch on Twitter? Like, you've
Yeah.
done
It's like
immersion break before.
yeah.
People do, they know what you look like. I think most
Yeah.
people can confirm you could pass for younger, substantially
Yeah.
young. Like I said, 13, 14 is no joke.
Mhm.
I knew a few
Yeah.
people who, like, all right, so I've my encounters with age. So people I've known, like, I had this one friend, and this was like a friend of mine that I went around with a lot. She was about a year and a half older than me. We would go to, like, Anime Con or whatever, some shit like that we went to one year, and I remembered, like, this old dude was running one of the stands, and it was kind of weird and creepy in a way, because it was like he was complimenting her, but in a way it was like it wasn't overtly like sexual or anything. It was just kind of like odd, because he
Uncomfy?
thought that she was like, yeah, uncomfy. It was
Yeah.
odd because he thought she was 14. She was like 20.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I have another friend like that. It was back in Virginia. I knew this girl who, she was like, you could tell she was older than like 13 or 12, but you wouldn't, like, she would have been able to pass, like, she's in her 20s, she would have been able to pass for like 15 pretty
15?
easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I've known people who are like, they get mistaken for being younger. And then there's me. And I've
Yeah.
I've gotten like, someone at the place I used to work at, like, after, because this is the second time I've moved after leaving Virginia, or well, the second place I've moved to after leaving Virginia. And I went to work somewhere, and it was like late last year, right? And I was 24. So, me being me, I've got like a little bit of gray hair, early gray, like, I don't know, I want to say like Steve Martin, if you know who that is.
Yeah, that's familiar name.
He is like 30, 35, and had a full head of gray hair. Not that bad. Not nearly that gray, but I have substantially gray hair. It's a lot easier to see in like sunlight. Because like at night, it's like, it looks like I might have put a highlight in my hair or something. No, it's like, it's actually like a little bit of gray hair. But also, I mean, I don't know. Maybe my look somehow makes people think older, but there were two of my coworkers who took a bet, and this lady, she thought like I had to be at least 35.
Oh.
Like 35 plus, and then she bet money on it. And so, because the people didn't know how old I was. I don't act super mature. I just try to be respectful and not like start shit, not like jabber.
Yeah.
And somehow they think like me, going into
Mm.
like a situation, just it seems so weird to think that like people would mistake me for being like 40.
Yeah.
Because like everyone, okay, so and I think I did like I actually investigated a little bit more. I started asking people what they thought my age was, and
Mm.
there were a couple of people who are in the right ballpark, right? They were like the 23 to 27, which is what
Mm.
I'll consider that as like all right, close enough. And then there were a lot of people who said like there were a few people who said younger, which it makes a little bit of sense because I'm not like I don't say or do anything to indicate that I'm specifically old. Like I don't like make old people references. I don't. It's in the silver wisps of the hair and the hair in your locks. Yeah, yeah, it's the silver wisps. But it's like there were people like yeah, you had people who thought I was like I think about 30% of the people I asked thought I was in either my late 30s or early 40s.
Mm.
And so I was just like it's very confusing because here I am like 20
And you're
nothing out of
20?
college.
Early to mid-20s.
I'm yeah, early to mid 20s and then everyone thinks I'm like late 30s, early 40s, and that's like I guess it's a thing. It
You've been sophisticated.
I'm not sophisticated though. I would show up to work in like shorts and a t-shirt and
Mm.
generally not like the most like fashion savvy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they like the I don't care aspects of it and just doing a decent job. Maybe they thought because like most people that are younger are kind of like blasé and don't put a lot of effort into it sometimes. I don't know. I don't actually agree with that. I think that might be an incorrect stereotype because a lot of the younger people I know work a lot harder than a lot of the 30 somethings that I know. But like you kind of are verbally sophisticated. I mean, I guess that this is me thinking of like I go through my it's because you make great eye contact and communicate well with them. I mean, I is that really it? Like I don't think that should indicate anything. But maybe so the one of my coworkers, he guessed like 28, 29, and so Adam Sandler style. Adam Sandler style. What the hell is that? Oh, like oh, I know. So like the dress, the style of dress is like Adam Sandler, like older, like like I guess how old is Adam Sandler now? He's like 50 or 60.
Yeah, it has to be something like that. Let me check.
Maybe I'm getting way too off on that, but
Mhm.
like back when he was like famous and doing a lot of movies, he was in his 30s and 40s, and he just kind of had this like general style of like I'm gonna wear like the random T-shirt and ball cap like Noble from Lost Paws kind of like I'm not
Yeah,
childish, but I'm relatively like teenager-esque as a 30-40 year old.
yeah. So Adam Sandler is currently 56 years old.
So I was right.
Yes, yes.
But I mean, like, it's funny because one person who guessed 28, 29, he said that because I seem more mature, and what I take that is like I'll take that as I'm seeming less immature because I haven't done anything to seem specifically mature, and I would assume I'm comfortable holding your own with elders. I mean, I guess so. Like, can people not talk to people who are older than them? Like when I talk to people, I just kind of talk to people as people.
Mm.
Maybe that's a mistake. I don't know.
I guess,
I
I
always
guess
hated when I was a kid. Like most adults were generally condescending,
yeah.
but I don't know. I don't have an issue. Like I'll talk to people as if they're people. I don't have
Mm.
like an age range. I don't talk to most people. Like I'll talk to the homies differently, but that's about it.
I guess it's just one of those things like granted, I don't know how you typically talk to like older people. With me, it's like I look young, I sound like a hamster, so people are like, "Oh, you're starting kindergarten, okay."
Yeah.
But so like whenever I talk to old people, it's very much, I guess, like very different, very like, "Yes, ma'am, thank you, sir," kind of like very respectful way of like, "You're a grown up."
Most younger people are only used to having relationship with each other in general. Really? I mean, I guess the majority of interactions, because I'm thinking young people is in like not teenagers. I'm thinking young people is in like 20 somethings. But maybe that's also true.
Mm.
I don't know. It's just like cuz I would think as someone who in most situations, like when I went to community college, there were tons of people of all ages. Most of them were young like me, but then there were a bunch of people who happened to be like in their 40s, in their 60s. Like there are some older people, not just the
Yeah.
professors, but like people around, like all different kinds of ages. And then I go into the workforce, and then there's all different kinds of like people in their 50s. Like there was a guy working at the retail place he was like retired Navy, and no one liked him, and they tried to give him like 4 hours a week because he just like they were just hoping he would leave someday. This old crusty guy who's kind of generally rude, annoying, and would talk to people forever. And so like I don't know, like I've seen, it's a generalization. They think that your self-deprecating humor is hilarious because you
Thank you.
no, but
Thank you.
like, so if you're someone like Charlie who hits like a stereotype very hard,
Yeah.
it is like, yeah, because I'm in kindergarten and sound like a hamster. That's like that's how you feel at some point. It's like, well, I guess I'm just gonna be young forever.
Yeah, I mean, like, had like middle-aged women, like, whenever they like, hey there, little girl, what school do you go to? And I'm like, ma'am, I'm a grown up. They're usually like, one day you'll be thankful you look so young. Like, okay.
I mean, I feel like this is the thing that I gained a lot more confidence being able to talk to people once I was older, because then you're not looked at as a child. It makes a difference.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
I feel like that has to be a thing, because
yeah,
looking like you're about 16, 17 is fine, because
yeah.
generally people will talk to, looking like you're 6, looking like you're 10, that's not helpful.
Yeah. I
Everyone thinks
remember,
you're a kid.
yeah, when I was 17, the Deadpool movies came out, and I wanted to go see it really bad. My mom wanted to see it just because she likes Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
And so we went together, and they asked me for my ID because, it was like a mature movie. And I show her that I'm 17, and it was like a 17 plus movie.
Yeah.
She looked, I
Fake
guess she just
ID?
didn't. Yeah, she thought it was like a fake ID or something.
Just
Because
go
she looked
see
at
Deadpool.
she looked at
Ma'am.
my mom and was like, "You're gonna be in there with her the whole time, right?" My mom's like, yeah." I was like, "What the fuck?"
I remember when that movie came out, I was like, what, 16, 17?
Yeah.
So you had to have been an adult at that point.
Yeah, because I'm 25 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like a year older than you, something like that.
You're like 6, 7 months older than me.
Yeah. I know I was about like 17 when the movie came out.
That sounds about right. But yeah, Deadpool. I mean, how was it going and watching Deadpool with your mom with all the stuff?
I'd like, tell her ahead of time, Deadpool's a little bit edgier than like the other superheroes. But she kind of got the idea. She just was
I
like,
didn't.
Ryan Reynolds.
I'll be honest. I did not expect ring pop up someone's ass, and then proposes with her or whatever. That was a little
Yeah,
weird.
that was
I'm
very romantic.
Yeah.
I guess the weirdest part was the fact that they did have like a fucking sex montage. It was like, I came here with my mom, Deadpool, Deadpool.
Yeah, I mean that's what happened to me as well, and I like my relationship with my mother is such that I'm like, well, I guess this is happening.
Yeah.
Like I was also with a bunch of my friends in the theater too, so it wasn't like a
Yeah.
well, I say a bunch meaning like two.
Yeah.
But
Um.
let's see, dude, you're homeschooled and spent time with us. Yeah, I know. I was but I mostly spent time with people my age when I was homeschooled. I didn't really. I mean, I guess the adults I knew, because there were a lot of there's like when I was homeschooled, I went to a co-op, and the adult to kid ratio, like the adult to student ratio in a general classroom setting is something in the ballpark of like 1 to 20, 1 to 30,
And
in terms of faculty and everything. For the homeschool co-op stuff, it was closer to like 1 to 5. So also know they talk to kindergarten. Like, yeah, I mean, there are some people who like I. That's what I'm saying. Like, I talk to people roughly the same regardless of what age. I don't get some sort of weird veneer of like apprehension because someone's an older person or a younger person. All of my friends are younger than me except for a couple. Like
yeah.
I like Skoggle is he just recently became an adult in the last couple of years. But
Mm.
I've been friends with him for a while. It's a little different, I guess. But if you're 16, you're basically about where I am. Like I don't see
Mm.
myself as significant. Like I guess maybe I have a problem is that I don't see myself as significantly different from being 16 to being 25. Like I imagine when I'm 35, I'll feel about the same.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. I don't feel like I'm in a specifically like different echelon. Like once you hit about like 14, 15, 16, at least for me it kind of felt like, well, I guess I'm basically an adult now. And everything just became like it wasn't like I changed, it was that the difficulty changed. Like difficulty level changed, not really me. Like when I was a
I'm.
little kid, it was a lot of me changing, not being a stupid
Yeah.
8-year-old.
Yeah. I guess like for me, I don't know. I didn't quite feel like an adult until I was like 18. But I guess that's just because, like, legally speaking, I was an adult. So I was like, yo, things are different now, you know?
Yeah. I mean, once I knew that I looked about like 16, 17, 18, it was like, all right.
Oh, I can't wait to look 16.
You can't wait to look 16. Maybe, well, like, is it gonna be so? You're gonna like, part of the reason that you look the way you do is because you're relatively small. You're also you're youthful, but you're also small.
Yeah,
But I mean, other like there are people who are small who are not young looking, particularly.
true.
There are people built like our boy Doctor Shu. That's primarily what I'm thinking of, and like stout and pudgy, and small in that way. You're small and sort of like a slender, thin. I don't know. I just like it. If you hit 16, I don't know if you'll ever hit 16. I would imagine you're just going to look like a smaller, older person later on.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
you're
just
gonna
gonna
look
go from 14 to 40.
maybe. Well, what I would think is like it would probably come in waves. Like I've seen some very small, youthful looking older people too. And what'll happen is like they'll look different ages on different parts of their body. Like their face
Yeah,
will age, and then the rest of them looks about the same. Like if you've ever seen One Piece, Doctor
yeah.
Kureha, but like
I
not as
know.
extreme.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's kind of like as far as looking young goes, I think it kind of comes from my mom's side of the family. My mom always a lot younger for her age. Like when her and my dad got married, one time so to quickly explain, my sisters are from my dad's previous marriage. So obviously when my mom married my dad, it was a package deal. She took care of his kids too. And when my sister was like a toddler, she had a fever and they had to take her to like the hospital, and she was crying, for her mama, which obviously was my mom.
Yeah.
And so my mom was like, taking care of her. And of course, so when they hear her call her mama, they assume my mom is her mama. And apparently and my mom is like 19 at this point. My dad's like 20 something. And some
So
lady at the
looks or
hospital.
something?
Huh?
Did she get looks like?
Yeah, she looks young for her age. So someone like went to my dad and was like, "Shame on you getting that young girl pregnant. Who do you think you are?" He was like, "What? She's 19, and that's not even her kid." And I know
It's like
one time
explanation. The actual context makes it a lot more understandable than what it looks like.
yeah. And
So you get
one
weird
time,
looks and comments and things like that.
oh yeah. Like I know one time when we went to a store together, and it was like me and my mom, my sisters, and my dad, and my brother. I think he was in the crowd of ours, but like he wasn't very easily seen quite yet. But like somebody that worked at the store we were in looked at my dad and was like, "Damn, you got 4 daughters? Boy, do you have your work cut out for you?" And my dad was like, "No, this one's my wife."
Wow.
But even like my grandpa on my mom's side, he's like in his 70s. He doesn't act like it. My mom's always like, he still thinks he's 25, because he'll be like, because he's kind of the guy like we call like if anything needs to be repaired or anything, because he's like he knows how to fix everything in the world. But like obviously, there's times where it's like, hey, you're an old man, slow down, it's cool. We don't need this fixed right now. And but he'll definitely like overdo it in our opinion. But he also like looks wise. He is finally getting gray hairs. Like
Oh
he
man.
is like he's 70 thing, and he looks like he's maybe in his late 50s.
Jeez. I meanwhile, me over here, I look like I'm an early graying 40-year-old. 20 fucking 5.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me says 16 in my heart. It looks 18 at age 12, but for some reason it was pregnant at 21. It looked like a young teen to people. I mean, having seen pictures of you before, the person in chat, you definitely did not look 12 at 12. Like, you looked older than Charlie at like, young teen. Very, part of it is height. I gotta, like, if you're almost 6 feet tall and you're 12, or you're like, what, 5'7", 5, like, I was about 5 feet tall when I was 12. Like, I hit my growth spurt, like the early pubescent growth spurt, where I went from like 4.5 to like 5 when I was 12.
I can't wait to be 5 feet tall.
You might have to give up on that one. I don't know. just wear shoes, I guess.
Yes.
You're like, what?
4'11" 3/4. I'm like almost there.
Oh, do you count the 3/4 as like a? Is it like a joking thing to you, or is it?
Yeah, it's like a jokey thing to me.
Like, so I wonder why you wouldn't just round up to 5 feet even.
It's for the meme, basically, for the meme.
So you're effectively 5 feet tall.
Effectively, I'm close enough.
That's why I would just tell people 5 feet. The 4'11" makes it sound way shorter.
I'm the same height as Edward Elric.
Edward Elric is only 4'11 3/4.
He's 4'11".
I guess it is like a young teen in that too, but I don't know. 5'9" at age 12. Yeah, that's what I was saying. God, 5'9".
So tall.
5'9". That's why you looked old. It's not like I'm sure there are other things, but it's like, of course you're gonna look 18 when you're 12 if you're 5'9".
Uh,
You're five
yeah,
seven at age 12. Damn. Or are you saying you're just 5'7" general? Like, that's really tall. It's taller than
got some
all of, like,
tollies.
I remember I was one of the tall. So I remember back when I was 12, I was the early bloomer in
Mm,
that sense. And so I was taller
so,
than most of the people I knew. Or I was as tall, if not taller than a lot of people I knew.
mm,
And then I had a friend of mine who was a woman, and she was a very very small, skinny kind of woman who was
mm,
also as taller than all of the men. And
mm.
she stayed at about the same height. I got to like eventually from like 5'2" or whatever at the time to like 5'8".
Mm.
And
Shout
that's where
out
I
to all
am.
the tollies in the chat.
Good God. Yeah, no, if you're walking around and you look 18, you look 18.
Mm.
I swear she was 18, officer.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Mom was 6'2". Tall. Tall lady.
Yes. Very tall.
My mom's like 5'2" and my dad's like 5'6". So
You're...
I never had a
Oh
chance.
man, you really never had a chance. I look like a giant then.
um,
5'6".
yes.
Freaking what? Tom Cruise over here. Was your dad? Your dad was not Vietnamese, correct?
No. Um, my dad's just kind of a short guy.
Yeah.
That's
Like, I've never met anyone in your family before, but
Mm.
I knowing what you look like, it's interesting because I thought you were just shorter than everyone else,
yeah.
but
Like
maybe
there,
not.
like there are some tall people in my family, like uncles and stuff.
How tall are your
But
siblings?
I know my brother's a lot taller than me. I don't know how tall he is. Guesstimating, I would say maybe about 5'10".
So like normal human height for a
Yeah.
man.
And then my sisters, I guess, one I guess I would say about 5'2", 5'3", something like that. The other about like 5'4",
Yeah.
5'5". So like it's a mix of like small and then average height people in my immediate, I guess, family. But like I do have like tall, like I think my grandpa's about 6 foot, but like there's just, as far as like my immediate family goes, as far as my parents go, I got the small wind on the genetics.
It's all good. I got
And,
well I all of the men in my mom's side of my family are,
mm,
I think they start at about like 6'2", 6'3", and go up
mm,
to like 6'6", 6'7".
dang.
So that's kind of I'm very like I got pictures. Some days I feel like I'm 20 years old. What?
Mm,
But then my body says 90. Yeah,
yeah,
be like
some
that.
days I get
Some
that.
days. My my some of my pictures in my family, like when I'm with my dad's family, I look about right, like a little bit
Mm,
short maybe. When I'm with my mom's family, and you see like these massive freaking the massive people, and it's like little me. Like
yeah,
I'm not that short, but I'm fairly short for the like I'm like 1 inch below the average American male height.
yeah.
So
Good
good things
things
come in
coming.
small packages. That's what he
That's
said.
That's what I tell everybody before I show them my dick.
Exactly.
I'm just killed I got a 6-foot soft.
Is that canon or joke canon, by the way?
It's
I look like a hobbit, or Charlie. Thanks.
Yo, thank you. I don't even know really. It's like joke canon kinda. I used to have a dick asset for Charlie. That was in her items in V2 Studio, but it's on my old computer and I totally forgot to transfer it, so now I have to make a new one.
Aw. I mean, like, I don't feel like we're missing very much, but yeah, no, with my mom's family, I definitely look a lot. Like,
Yeah.
very significantly, like, I do, it is like, freaking, it's not as though the people are, well, I mean, I guess they are kind of gargantuan in a way, but it's like, it is looking like Aragorn and Boromir walking next to, like, Merry and Pippin. It is just like, it's like twice as tall as, and it's not actually twice. Like I said, 5'8" versus like 6'6", but it just looks like a huge gap.
Yeah.
Very very interesting. I enjoy your stories, Charlie. You're very fun. I mean, I've heard some of your stories off camera that are even better, but I'll let you decide whether to tell some of those. One of them I know of that's been said on stream is the pasta ones. Why you don't like pasta?
Oh yeah. Well, it's not even that. Like, so, like I already like established I didn't like spaghetti before she accused me of trying to break up their marriage. Like, thank you. Yeah, it was just the funniest thing. Like, my stepmom, like, I didn't want to eat her spaghetti. She was like, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to break up me and your father. It's like, what? If your marriage is so fragile that spaghetti can break it, you shouldn't be married.
Yo.
It's like, this is nothing. I wasn't trying to do nothing. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. That means a lot.
What I love the most about some of your stories sometimes is like your presentation is sometimes the best I've ever heard. And this is what my buddy he's not as it's weird because like Skoggle on stream is a little reserved, but
yeah,
his execution and joke telling and some of his presentation is what makes it all the better. Sometimes your stories are just like, yeah, well, so like this happened, you know, so this has happened, and then we all got shot and died at the end, kind of.
You were having a ball a few calls ago when we were looking into why the hungry caterpillar was
hungry caterpillar.
problematic. And I was like screaming at my computer. Thank you, Rebecca.
No, I'm not a very good storyteller myself because I feel like I don't emphasize the right parts of what I say. It's part of why I'm nervous about doing the pod, but
you guys did.
But no, Charlie over here. Charlie goes and I can't remember what we were talking about. It was one of these streams, and something got mentioned about the very hungry caterpillar, and apparently that book, the juxtaposition of your childlike voice and swearing is awesome. I mean,
thank you.
To me, Charlie just feels like a VTuber. You know, like I know there are some VTubers that have like normal woman voices, but like there are a lot of VTubers like the chibi kind of ones, like actually Chibi Doki is one of those, but
yeah It
People
is
like
interesting.
Galgura and stuff like that, where it's just like
Yeah,
the short, high pitched voice.
yeah. It is interesting because, like, you've spoken to me off stream. You've spoken to me for hours. This is just my natural voice.
Yeah.
And, like, um, it is funny though, because occasionally, you'll get a person, like, in your chat who's
Oh
like,
yeah, voice
stop
changer. Yeah.
in that fake voice.
Well, that's what like I assumed like she could be using one, but
yeah.
I figured pretty early on it's like no, it's not like I didn't have to be in calls with you off of stream to figure out like this is just your actual voice.
It's definitely very funny because it's like whenever I get those people that's like talk in a normal voice, and you're just like, okay, let me try, let me do my best, The very hungry caterpillar.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't. It's very like, because I remember when I was a kid, and people are getting older, their voices are changing, and like people, like the adults would like look at me and be like, "Stop talking in that baby voice. You're too old." And I'm just like, "What are you talking about? I'm not talking in a baby voice."
What like I'm kind of perplexed as to like that's I feel like that's actually just legitimately rude
Yeah,
for someone to
yeah,
go and say like stop talking like that. Some people just have
yeah.
weird voice. Like your voice isn't. It's abnormal, but it's not like out there.
Uh,
Like some people have out there voices.
yeah.
You're not gonna like. So have you ever heard? Have you ever heard this guy? His name is Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
No, I can't say I
He's
have.
related. He is related to both
Mm,
Robert and John F. Kennedy, and
okay,
subsequent
okay.
to other popular Kennedys.
Yeah.
He talk the way he talks is an odd mannerism.
Mm,
People have pointed out like he sounds like someone who really needs to clear their throat. That
yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it is just the way his voice is. Like he
yeah,
sounds like he has a speech impediment of some kind, but it's just like the way he talks. He's very eloquent.
yeah.
He talks fine. It's just like that's the way that but you're not going to be like would you like clear your throat or some shit like that? Like you're not going to tell someone that. You're not
Yeah,
going to go like
yeah,
that's incredibly rude.
yeah. Like my thing is, I've noticed something. I don't think it's all that rare for like women to have like high pitched voices.
No.
I just think it's when they like anime that people get like weird because they're like, "Oh, you're just trying to be an anime girl." Like, yo, if I wanted to be an anime character, I'd be fucking Dio Brando. That's who I'd be. But yeah, because like I feel like it's pretty normal. Not that it's inherently like common or uncommon. Just like there's women out there that have high pitched voices, but it's like if I only made like content revolving around like, yo, going to Starbucks today, doing my makeup, people would not give a shit about my voice.
My cadence is apparently very soothing.
mm-hmm. That's right.
Rebecca, I had a
Yeah,
friend in high
yeah,
school who was 4'11". She had a much younger sounding voice too. It's just yeah. I mean, it's just your voice. What the
yeah,
hell are you supposed to do about that? Like
yeah, yeah,
coming from your perspective, it's like, well, what am I supposed to do about it? Like you're
yeah,
expecting something of me?
yeah. It's interesting when people are like, make your voice sound normal, because it's like, this is my normal voice. It's normal to me. Like,
Well, okay. So obviously, there are people who do voices and things like that, like voice actors
mm,
who actually do the voices, and they make themselves sound different. Like Howie
mm,
Mandel doing Bobby from Bobby's World. I don't know if that's a reference that anyone here. Well, I know Jennifer will know that one, but
mm,
Bobby's World, Howie Mandel, he has like the voice, but it's not his actual like he has a normal kind of voice. It's distinct, but
mm,
it's a normal esque voice, and that voice is different. But it's like you're playing a character. You can do a different kind of voice. I think that's most people will
mm,
think you're trying to make your voice sound different,
mm.
but
Even
Like,
when I like talk in like a deeper voice, I feel like it's kind of obvious that it's a little strained. Like even when I talk like this, it's like a little bit. It's like not natural for me.
you sound like the like when a like a 6-year-old girl gets like very annoyed with their dad, and they're like, well, that's kind of how
Yeah, like they're mocking their dad.
yeah. You've made it. I've heard a lot of strange things come out of you, like in terms of the voices you've done. That
I
all
like to do
sound
different
interesting.
voices. Yeah, it's fun.
Like it's funny because as you're doing the different voice, the way you're talking, it's
Mm.
understandable that you're not 5.
Mm.
Gap between my front teeth and my S's are obnoxious to some people, but I change it.
Yeah.
But you can't change.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't. The hell are you
yeah.
supposed to do about it? Like that.
Yeah.
That's what I've said. This is quite literally not remotely within control.
Yeah.
So what is the like? I can't influence it really. Like with you, it's
Yeah.
like you can try to talk differently, but it's not natural, nor is it going to
Uh,
work. It's going to
yeah.
sound worse.
Yeah. I used to could have range because like I said, whenever I was a kid and kids' voices were like changing and stuff, but for whatever reason mine wasn't, and people were like, "Stop talking like a baby. You're too old to be talking like this." And
Maybe like men can't do that, so or for the most part anyway. So
yeah.
it's weird because I'm trying to think of like an equivalent because like when dudes change their voice, a lot of them have the cracks.
Yeah, yeah.
The teenage male like
Yeah.
crack, and
Like
it's
my friends would in high school would kind of laugh at me because like I would talk in like a high pitched voice like how I talk normally. But if somebody I wasn't familiar with would be like, "Hey Charlie, tell me about that assignment that I missed in class." I would like instantly like try to go into deep voice mode and be like,
Well, we got to chapter 6 at the 3 o'clock apartment in the happy doo 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 da.
and then like once I leave, I'd be like, "So like last week when we watched Naruto, I love that part where Rock Lee did yada yada yada," and then, like I thought it was the funniest thing. But how to do that deep voice anymore because like I would even do it around my family, which they've gotten used to like my current voice now. Because my mom was always like the biggest one of like, "Hey, stop talking like a baby."
oh yeah.
So I
So
yeah.
commenter Jennifer said invoked Yardley Smith if you're familiar with who she is. She
Mm,
does the voice of Lisa
yeah,
Simpson. That is a
yeah, yeah.
very distinct voice. That is
Yes,
like
yes.
she was made for roles because when you have a voice like it's just naturally nasally and high pitched and weird.
Yeah. But like sometimes my mom will like pull up an old video of me in high school and before I could even look at it, I'll be like, "Who the fuck is that man talking?" And I'll be like, "Oh, it's me." And it's like, damn, I wish I had that range still. I cannot do that voice anymore. I had to stop doing it because it was starting to hurt. So I was like, "Oh, I have to just accept that this is what I sound like."
You're trying to fight it too much, but it doesn't. It'll just backfire in the end.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't have a very, I don't have a specifically like high pitch sounding voice, but I feel like it's a lot higher of a pitch than most male voices. The
I,
cadence thing and all be what it
mm,
is, but um I don't have like the deep voice. I can't do
I have
the
the
super
corpse
manly things.
husband.
The what?
The corpse husband
Oh
voice.
yeah. I can't do Markiplier. I can't do like the made for radio type like male
Mm.
voices.
I feel like your voice, it's not like high, but I don't feel like it's low either. I feel like it's somewhere in the middle.
Maybe. I mean for a guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I feel like my voice like the entire range of like people who have a more high pitched voice than me are people like the I Show Speeds on
I,
YouTube who just like are naturally like either too annoying or like a Nux Taku. Where
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like his voice is very distinct, or of course
yeah,
we're invoking a lot of names here, a lot of controversial. We can bring in Ben Shapiro, where it's like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
just his actual voice. It is a very
Yeah,
strange
that's true.
voice.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. He does have a very very unique voice. Like if you were to like blindfold me and then play like a video of Ben Shapiro, I'd be like, yep, that's Benny boy.
AI can sort of do his like if you've ever heard like AI trying to do voices. Like I
Um,
watched a video earlier with
yeah.
a bunch of different AI voices and they couldn't do them quite right. Like
Mm,
they sort of got Bill Clinton okay.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, whenever AI does Joe Biden, it's already flawed because it's talking as a human being, not making a bunch of weird old man verbal gaffes. But like,
My
whenever I
favorite
hear,
thing Joe Biden ever said was the fucking thing about the roaches and the fucking like thing about his leg hair.
yeah, not very sussy at all.
It was very weird. And that's our president.
It's not even like just it's random stuff like the corn pop story and everything. It's just like, how do you can't make this up. Like there's the reason that I know that we're living in like we're not in some sort of weird like odd simulation or something like that is there's some things that like this is so strange I can't imagine a non higher being making this up, like having the range to make like this is like oh okay they want you to
I know. Charlie, would you say Curtis? Are you done in a southern accent? Curtis, are you dead? Well, how was that?
See here's have you ever seen the movie Maximum Overdrive?
Why does that sound familiar?
It's a Stephen King movie.
Maximum.
I see you've got hotkeys as well.
Yes. Overdrive. Curtis, are you dead? Are you dead, Curtis? I might have seen it before.
So Yeardley Smith has like a line where she's like, "Curtis, are you dead?"
Curtis, are you dead? Are you dead?
It doesn't work. Like it's not like you're doing a bad job, but it doesn't. It's not. You don't have the same. They're happy about it. See the comments ask for things, so we must deliver. Apparently.
Of course, of course. Like my southern accent does come out. Like I don't know. Whenever I'm like on stream, I try to speak all proper, but like it is funny because IRL my southern accent comes out a lot more naturally, like a lot of the time. Cause I don't know, it just does. But it is one of those things where it's like whenever it does slip out on stream, it is usually like the most thickest southern accent ever. Where I'm like, oh, what the fuck was that? Put that back in. Put that back in.
Yeah. it just sometimes don't sound right.
Yeah, I know.
I got booted. I don't know if that came through stream.
happy to say whatever chat needs me to say.
I mean, you're getting that's like you selling your 2000 thing for free. The channel points thing. Your mic just cut out.
Alright, let me just deep throat this mic real quick so we get back to our ASMR. We're gonna go to ASMR. Boston accents are very cool, Jennifer. I love to hear other people's accents. Yes, yes. I love to hear other people's accents. I feel like mine, I feel like some people can be charming with a southern accent. I don't feel like I'm one of those people. I feel like whenever I talk in my southern accent, it's just like, damn, hillbilly just came out.
Well, that's why I was like, sometimes AI has a very hard time. Like I I've been very interested in the whole AI thing, and I also like
Yeah.
doing I like accents. I like when people are able to do like impressions and accent stuff. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that's why
Yeah.
I'm very interested in how the AI both succeeds and fails at doing Bill Clinton. Because I mean, Arkansas is close enough to Alabama, right?
Yeah.
But like it's kind of like that specific type of voice is just very very
Yeah.
intrinsically. It's very authentic. So it's
Yeah.
hard. It's easy to do to some extent, but there's a level of, like it's like playing a record versus a CD. There's a level of
Mm.
authenticity that is hard to replicate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know. I see. It's the funny thing is I'm originally from the Massachusetts, and
Yes.
I cannot usually do Boston accent because I never grew up in that. Though if I'm there long enough, I'll pick it up. I've been there for
Mm-mm.
like a month at a time before I knew how to do it, kind of. Because if I'm around it
Mm.
enough, I'll eventually pick it up, like within a few weeks. Um,
Yeah.
I used to be able to, like, I guess I'm more accent proof than I used to be. Like I used to have this thing really bad where it's like I would go over to my friend's house and they were like lived in like the Danville, Virginia area, and I would come back sounding like a hick. Because like
Yeah.
in the Hampton Roads area, like the Norfolk and the Virginia Beach and everything, there are people from like it's a military town, so there are people from all over, and it's like a lot of the people who have been there for a while are the black people that have been there for a while, so they don't have
Mm.
like the southern accent in the same way. Whereas like other parts of the South, everyone sounds like that. So I don't. I have a very amalgamate accent. I sort of think like when people try to label specific American accents, it's funny because I think that
Mm.
some people say things are like this is sort of a West Coast thing, or this is like I've labeled the basic bland American as Pennsylvania because that is the state that I figured out that has probably approximately the least amount of specific accents.
Yeah.
Other than like all very like because New York and New Jersey have their own specific stuff. Like even like upstate like Buffalo has their own accent. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure things like there's got to be like a Philly accent, but like Pennsylvania is Philly and then other stuff. Like Philly's just that
Yeah.
area of the state. That's more actually more
Yeah.
indicative of Delaware and New Jersey's population than Pennsylvania. But um like New England has several accents. New York has several accents. The Midwest, like I would have said maybe Ohio, but there's a ton of accents that kind of bleed into other parts of the Midwest. And so you end
Yeah.
up getting like very strange ones, but I think most people have gravitated because of media and everything. We sound more Californian than we used to probably about 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. And I think that it came from a lot of different influence, but I'm wondering like was there ever a basic American accent?
Um.
Like vanilla
Well,
American? Or is that like I said it's maybe Pennsylvania, Ohio kind of like small town
mm,
Rust Belty?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Cuz I know like I don't really have a true accent.
Mm.
Let's see. Deep Throat the Mike hilarious.
No
Oh,
sales.
Zacho the Clown go. I don't want to do that. Um I'm not Charlie. I didn't give you free range of getting me to say anything. Um I think that I think that I can do Peter Griffin better than actual Massachusetts people.
Mm.
Like if you've ever seen Family Guy, Peter Griffin, it's funny because he has a voice that is
Yeah. Yeah.
it is the Bostonian Seth MacFarlane voice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's hard because it's like I know how words are said, but I can't make
Yes.
myself sound like that. But if you know how words are said and you're trying to do Peter Griffin, it improves that.
Mm.
So it's funny. Like I've done certain accents well. I think the only ones that I've gotten fairly good at are Peter Griffin and Kermit the Frog. But my Kermit the Frog is like it's like A B tier, and Peter Griffin. A lot of people have said I can actually do fairly well, but I don't know. Like it's hard because I like listening to accents, but I don't like. Oh, Perry the Platypus. Oh, because I can do the throat furry thing. I don't know if it's
How do you do that?
I'm recording, but I'm also in Discord. So maybe interestingly enough, I don't know if Discord will pick this up.
Okay.
But
Okay. Oh.
did it actually?
Yeah. I picked it up. I picked it up. How do you
Yeah.
do that?
I love when foreigners.
How do you do that?
Perry the undead, Rick Grimes platypus. You can definitely roll your R's, right?
Oh yeah, I'm so good at rolling my R's. I roll my R's really good.
I love when foreigners say American accent as if there is one. Yo, yeah, seriously, like when foreigners say American accent, they do like they try to somehow fit in parts of different accents that don't make any sense. Like if you've ever like, it's always Southern.
Yeah.
That it always starts with that as the basis. Even though like it hasn't been until like the last like what 30, 40 years where people have actually been living in the South more. Like the majority of the country lived in the Northeast and the Midwest for the longest time, and everyone like American accent. So the yeehaw, and I guess I mean, I don't know, like when people do it like I don't know if you've ever heard there was I don't know if I remember this from an interview, but the guy who played the governor in The Walking Dead, he's a British actor in David Morrissey, and he tried to model his voice, like he had to sort of, he didn't become the voice he decided to set out to be, but he had to change his voice to be more like that to get an American accent. So he tried to model it after Bill Clinton. And so he went halfway between like good old Southern boy, I guess. Like Bill Clinton doesn't sound like the average Southern person even.
Yeah. He has a very distinct.
Yeah, a very distinct voice. And so like I really appreciate that, like very, very specific people too. Like a lot of people do when they used to do American accents, they would model it after Elvis Presley.
Oh yeah.
So they'd have like sort of a because he doesn't sound like the average Southerner either. But like I don't know, it's very funny. I've heard a lot of people try to say American accent before as if there was an American accent.
I never really thought about it, but now that I'm thinking about the governor's voice or how he sounds, I can't unhear it. I'm like, yo, that's Bill Clinton.
He tried. I feel like he method acted. Like the governor in the manga was not the same as the governor in the anime.
The governor in the manga.
I say that because The Walking Dead is the only good piece of fiction, like in book form, that got adapted that I've read in the West.
Yeah,
everything else has been manga.
They did kind of nerf him in the show, like
he was really like molten ass juice, like way worse than Negan as a human being.
Way worse. Yeah, he was just straight up like evil incarnate, and then like in the fucking show, he's kind of just like the fucking, what's the name of that bad guy in Toy Story 3?
Oh yeah, Lotso Bear or whatever.
Yeah, Lotso Bear. He's basically Lotso Bear.
No, yeah, that's what a lot of people said. Like this is kind of similar to something from a Toy Story movie. Maybe the voice act, like I don't know if Disney lets their people ever talk about any of that. I don't know, but maybe the person who did the Lotso Bear was also trying to do Bill Clinton.
So there, I don't know if you've seen it, but I don't even know if it's real, but there's been this Disney poster going around of these two girls that say 2 girls, 1 cup. And because I've been memeing that I'm gonna watch that.
When is so you're doing your 200 follower stream. at
Yeah.
some point. You're gonna
Yeah.
prepare for it though. You're not gonna just like go half-ass into it, like have 10 minutes of content and then say bio.
Yeah. Because if it's just me reacting to Two Girls One Cup, it's gonna be a very short stream. So I'm trying to think of other stuff to do to
Now,
make a celebratory
this is
stream.
like an interviewer type question, but like,
Uh,
how actually are you gonna like um are you going to show like the Charlie VTuber reaction? Are you gonna have like a
yeah.
giant blur blob? Because I'm
So
pretty sure
like
this is like
yeah,
Twitch won't
obviously
allow you even if you have the 18
yeah.
plus tag. I don't think they'll let you show that.
Yeah, obviously I'm not gonna show it. I've never seen a Two Girls One Cup reaction that shows it. That's just like
Oh,
the rule. Like is like you don't show it. You gotta like have the audience be like, what is she singing? But yeah,
see,
I've never seen
I don't.
Two Girls.
I've never seen Two Girls One Cup, and I don't even know if
Yeah,
I've
me
seen a
neither.
reaction video to Two Girls One. I just know I have an idea of what it is.
Yeah. And yeah. So I checked the rules. I couldn't find anything against it. And I've seen like you know the VTuber Miss Mooney?
Miss
She's like
Mooney.
a cat VTuber.
Oh, Meow
Anyway,
Moonified.
yeah, Moonified,
Yeah.
yes. Um, she reacted to it on Twitch, so
Oh.
I assume it's fine. But then again, she's also like a much bigger VTuber, so I don't know the rules. But
I mean, the rules are like the rules are funny sometimes because I've seen the
mhm,
rules. I mean, I hope that like when you're doing a stream,
mhm.
it was staged. I
Yeah,
mean,
I've heard
aren't all
some.
pornos staged? What do you mean by staged?
I think she means like there's been debate over whether it's real or fake. The content of it.
The content. What? What did they
So
do?
I just know
Oh,
there's some.
you mean like if the thing that they ate was real or fake?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean,
Because I think
special
in the
effects can do things,
country.
I guess.
Yeah, because I think in the
Yet.
country that film was made in, um actually doing that would be illegal, I think.
Oh. That doesn't mean they didn't do it. They just
Yeah.
they may have told someone that that was illegal. I mean, I feel
Uh,
like things like that are just generally like I don't know if there needs to be a law,
um,
but I feel like people would just not want to do that.
uh, like
Yeah.
there like people like how there's people in the world that have all sorts of different fetishes, and I'm sure that fetish appeals to some people out
That
there,
see that's
but
the thing of like so you've never seen it before, right? You're going into a
I've
blind.
never seen it. Yeah, I'm pretty
But
much
you
going
like
into
to
a
me,
blind.
you kind of have an understanding of what this
I
thing
I
is.
have an idea of what it is. Um, but that kind of pornography.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
I
it
hear
could kill
that.
you.
Yeah, I hear that most of that kind of pornography is faked.
I
Just in
mean,
that
it's
genre.
so not only would a lot of that kind of stuff have to be very gross, but it's also incredibly unsanitary.
Yeah.
Like, like if it wasn't faked, then it really could kill you.
Yeah.
Because that's, I mean, trace amounts of that can make you have to like destroy a bathroom and vomit for 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
So, like food poisoning,
Yeah.
and
Cause
yeah.
like the reason I know about like what's in it is like because Zebin he really doesn't want me to do it, which only encourages me more.
Why doesn't he
But
want you to do it?
cause it's like he's pretty much trying to protect my eyes. He's like, no, you don't have to watch that, please.
I
Nobody
mean,
will be mad at you if you change your mind. But
some inevitably. Well, you don't have a big enough audience for me to say
uh,
inevitably, but I mean, there might be
uh,
some people who'd be upset. I don't think a lot of people would be upset because it's like,
I
understandably,
feel like
does anyone have to want to watch? I mean, it's gonna be really disgusting, right?
yeah. That's the rumor.
See,
But
for me, if I was gonna do like a follower goal stream that's like supposed to be like high intensity, I would be like, yo, I'll do what Markiplier did. I'll do like the Pokemon Smash or Pass to be funny. Like, I don't know that I'd
Mhm.
want to have to watch that and be like, well, that's absolutely fucking disgusting. But
I feel like if I backed out of it though, it would become like an ongoing meme in like my
oh yeah,
community. Like,
no,
when are you
our
gonna watch Two Girls One Cup?
I mean, does anyone? No one truly understands Zoro yet,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. Of
Nux,
course, of
I think
course.
Nux has said that he's been working on that video for what, like almost his whole career.
Yeah, yeah. I can't wait for it to come out. He has a lot to say about this
I
topic.
made so at some point he was like, "Yeah, I'm actually finally getting to this thing." I was like, "Oh, okay." So if I'm going to like, I didn't just make it for hype purposes. I like Zoro a lot, so I wanted to make the video. I made the
Yeah,
video in a rush, and so that way I'd like this needs to get out and have some exposure before he makes his, because
yeah, yeah.
otherwise mine is just like, well, this is pointless now. And so I'm
Yep.
like, all right, I need to get this out, and I got it out, and I'm like,
Hell yeah.
no one understands. Like, it's no one
Mm,
understands Zoro going to be an event like this is like going to get Super Bowl views, because
yeah,
like
yeah.
this has been hyped up for the last decade almost
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Nuxtaku. Like, it just will never leave. Even when he finally makes it, I don't think that it's going to eventually die.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
meme, like there's not even a lot of things that have carried over. Like, old Nux is very different than new Nux. Like his,
Yes, yes.
I don't want to say like Fairweather fans are like, I've only been watching stuff since 2019, but like he
Yeah.
used to have like the old Nux stuff, like back when he was a PNG tuber. You know, he used to say
Yeah,
the meat
yeah.
and potatoes a lot. I haven't heard him
Yeah,
say
he
that
doesn't
very
really
much.
say that anymore.
He doesn't really say that anymore. It's like there's a lot of ongoing things like uh does he still do the, I don't think he still has like the Megalovania remix outro anymore.
I think he does. I could be wrong.
I don't know. Like, I think it might be on some of his videos maybe. But
Hmm.
Stay Weird Fam has always existed. There's
Yeah,
a few things
yeah.
like there's some memes that come and go, like the 189, which I saw something recently that was like IQ of 189 that was like way older than the meme. I was like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god. Is that like, is this where it originated?" I think it might have been might have
Is
been a
this the bite
webcomic.
of 87?
The Bite of 87.
Yes.
Oh man, but yeah, like I can't imagine. Like, I don't know why it's people. So we got at least one commenter saying they've seen it. You're gonna watch it. I agree with
Yeah.
Seven in that. Like, I don't think you should have to.
Yeah.
I would
Like,
advise
Seven
against
just
it,
straight
but
up.
that doesn't
Yeah.
mean that, like, I know I'm not gonna change your mind. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Zevin is just straight up. I always meme that he's my dad. And he's like, "I'm
I
not
do
your
not believe
father," and
that.
I'm like, "That's exactly what my dad would say." But oh gosh, that should definitely be
What?
taken to HR. Like, you can't just be showing people that, especially at work. Like, no explanations.
Yeah, I was gonna
God.
say, like, that's I
Yeah,
mean,
I'd go to
unless
HR or something.
I would have said like, yo, maybe HR should get involved in that. Like, HR,
Yeah,
I have a personal belief that HR in general is kind of something that is a lot of
yeah.
money going to not anything good, because
Right.
HR has always been more of a problem than a problem solution.
Huh.
In every
I didn't
business I've
know
been in,
that.
like HR, like we had auto HR at Amazon, and it was
Hmm.
always garbage because they would always get things wrong, and then I'd have to deal
Hmm.
with the bullshit because they deducted, like, they randomly deduct my vacation time for no reason and have
Ah.
that fixed and things like that. So it'd be like, that would be the one
Yeah.
aspect. And then the
But,
HR at some other places, like, these people are like some of the worst human beings on the face of the earth.
hmm.
Like
Yeah,
the most condescending and asshole of people. And
yeah,
HR, a lot of people in HR feel like they have overwhelming power because effectively you've given them a bureaucratic position in which they feel as though they can exert influence on a
yeah,
scale
yeah.
basically similar to a CEO. Like, if
Uh,
if they don't like something you're doing, you're gonna feel it.
ah.
Like, I
But,
having worked for some company, like, my favorite job was my favorite jobs have been retail and restaurant. And I worked at one manufacturing, one factory, one retail, and one restaurant. Manufacturing and factory being separate because one of them was not a factory, but it manufactured. The other thing was a factory, but it's an Amazon, so they didn't actually manufacture anything. They just moved things around.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like in every situation where HR was a very prevalent part, it was always terrible. Like when I worked at Chick-fil-A and when I worked at the tool store, we didn't have an on-site HR. We didn't ever talk to HR really. Usually you don't have to like have any like if there are problems, like usually it's not the kind that you need to elevate to an HR. And when those do occur, reasonable people can deal with those. Like I feel like
Yeah.
HR just exists to be like a removed circumstance to be able to deal with problems between individuals. And if your problem is not with like the higher up person at your store, I don't know why you would even need HR in the first place.
Yeah, but your boss definitely shouldn't be showing you any kind of porn, even if for shock value.
No.
That's definitely
I mean,
some level of sexual harassment.
maybe the context was like outside of work and they were like, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not friends with my boss.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get chummy with the boss outside of work. It's not usually a thing I did, but
I
I love
love
the
the
way
way
Michael
that.
Scott dealt with HR.
That
I've never seen The
that's
Office.
I love The Office.
Well, I should say I've never seen most like I've seen clips from The Office, but I've watched a couple of episodes and it's like it's good, but not like I have things that I want to watch more than The Office.
I get you.
It's just
But,
the humor doesn't resonate with me the same.
Yeah, that definitely reminds me though that I do have a headcanon about Charlie. That okay, so you don't watch The Office, but let me just I guess explain this in case you don't know. So Michael and is like the boss around there, and Toby runs HR, and Michael hates Toby. Toby can just walk in a room and he's like, "Get the fuck out, Toby! Nobody likes you." Like that's their relationship.
Yeah.
And Toby is just this insecure, sad shell of a man. And I have this ongoing headcanon that Charlie, cause she's Candy Satan. I'm just straight up Candy Satan. And her and God have a relationship that's pretty similar. Like she's the Michael Scott and he is the Toby.
See, like, can you declare bankruptcy?
I can. I declare bankruptcy.
There's so many good like people really like this character named Dwight, and I don't really understand quite why.
Oh God, you'd have to watch it to fully understand.
I guess I'd have to watch the whole thing.
Yeah,
but
he's
like,
great.
Michael Scott doesn't need the context. You could just like, I declare bankruptcy is like, what?
Yeah.
I love
he was
it.
declaring bankruptcy.
Exactly. Parkour and then just falls on his ass into a dumpster.
Parkour. Oh God.
They're really good. Like The Office is a very clippable show. I don't know.
Definitely, I love it.
I'll say The American Office. Like I've seen, I think an episode of the British Office. And the British Office is really terrible.
I watched the first episode and I was like, I'm just gonna go back to the American one.
It's like one of my most like hottest takes of all time is probably that Martin Freeman is one of the most overrated actors ever. The only role I actually liked him in was Bilbo Baggins. Other than that, I don't think he's very good. And I think that's part of like it kind of that's evidence for my case. There must have been people who like The Office UK, but I thought it was like wow. Well, having seen the American one with funny characters and having seen the Office one with like mildly awkward humor, like that's not.
Yeah, like I think. Well, and granted, I've only seen the first episode of the UK Office, so I can't really give it a full opinion because I just watched the first episode and I was like, "This is shit," and then I went back to the US. Really but the entire reason we even have a US office, if I'm recalling correctly, is because the creator of the US office went to the UK and he happened across the office and he was like, "Yo, this is funny. Let's make an American version." And then that happened. So I guess he was just like, "Yo, this is a cool concept. Let me just make it better."
Well, that's the thing is like sometimes I've seen things like I've seen other small YouTubers and I feel like maybe I should approach this person and ask if I could, because like I like what they're doing, but I feel like what they're doing is like I like conceptually the kind of thing they're doing, but and not to say that I would necessarily do this significantly better, but I feel like it's not being explored into like it's not being explored to its fullest extent. Maybe it's just kind of like because there are some I watch some content creators that do stuff that I'm like so iffy on, because like I watch a lot of different things. I'm subscribed to people who do like political analysis, and I am subscribed to people who do anime and video games and just random crap, or just humor, and like I've seen some videos before where it's like or like not videos but like a video series that someone did that's like I like this. The only time I've ever taken someone else's video idea was when I sort of pilfered the one from Nux, but I don't think mine is specifically any better or worse. It's like a gag. The one with like 10,000 views per video on 2 of them. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Join us in the cult of Dunder Mifflin.
I don't know what a Dunder Muffin is, but it sounds tasty.
Yeah, Dunder Mifflin, that's the name of the place of where they work. That's the paper company.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, Dunder Mifflin. I read it as Muffin.
Join us.
See,
but yeah, it's really funny. It's really funny.
What do they sell / produce / do at that company? Like, what is the service or good they provide?
Paper.
Yep.
They sell paper.
That's about right. I guess I'm not as privy as to like what like doesn't paper sell itself?
I mean,
like,
what do you mean?
Do you need like a specific team? Like, and I mean, is like the bottom of their building where they manufacture the paper?
Yeah, they have a warehouse.
Oh, interesting. Like, I'm thinking about like paper. It's not really hard to sell. You just have to like our paper is up to standard paper. Also, we're selling it for this price. I mean, that's like I've never had to be convinced to buy paper.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a thing. That's kind of the point. Yeah.
You would just have to watch it to get it, I guess.
I feel like that has to play into the concept of like how ridiculous it is. Like you have this whole office team dedicated to like what is their goal? Like are they communicating? I would assume they communicate with other companies to try to sell paper to companies.
Yeah. Okay. Wholesale. So they do have like competitor companies that also sell paper. So there's that. Yeah, they just have to convince people to buy from them. But the show is very like that's just the setting of the place.
Yeah,
it's
like
not
nothing. This is all office like sitcom.
Yeah. But they mostly just goof off at work. Like Jim is one of them.
Isn't it like basically it's kind of like a sitcom without the canned laughter, right?
Without the candle.
The canned laughter. Like when they have a laugh track.
The laughter. I thought you said the candle after. I was like, the candle after what? I was like confused. Yeah. It's a sitcom without the laugh track. Yeah. Like most of it is about like them goofing off at work. Like Jim, he's kind of known as like the slacker, always goofing off, pulling pranks, stuff like that. One day they have like a fake Olympics just to get out of doing work. It's actually funny. There's a lot of conspiracy theories about The Office because the main focus of the show is like they're not actually working, they're just goofing off and pretending to work. For most of them are, but like they'll be like one of the best selling offices in the regions, and then so a lot of people like have these conspiracy theories that like the accountant company is like embezzling or something, or some shady shit's going on.
I mean, that is kind of like a general conspiracy. So, I have a conspiracy theory that doesn't pertain to anything particularly like a sensitive topic at all.
Oh.
So, there are and I mean a lot of mattress companies.
Yeah. Oh, I know exactly that theory. The money laundering.
No, not even money. I think it's a drug front. I think it's a front for black market activity.
Oh,
Because,
really? Really?
well, you have these drive like, who the hell, like, mattresses are not the kind of thing I buy like toilet paper. Okay, they're incredibly expensive, and they're not like, you do not buy mattresses every year.
Yeah, it is one of those things that like you might get a couple mattresses like here and there, but it's not like something you get often.
No.
So it's very weird when mattress stores exist.
It is the kind of thing you try to go to great lengths to bring with you, reuse, and not get rid of, because they are not cheap.
Yeah.
And mattress stores, like the big mattress stores, lots of them.
It's also interesting too because I also feel like anytime I ever have gotten a mattress, I feel like I've gotten it at like furniture place as opposed to a specifically just a mattress only place. It's weird because if you're selling mattresses, you would think, oh, this is not like something we would get very many customers for. We should probably sell other shit too, but they don't.
I'm thinking about, like, from a business perspective, it requires immense, like, so, and this is also a thing, like, you know why they have all these online ones? They've tried to make it so that they figure out how to vacuum seal a mattress, because how expensive the overhead in a store like that is. You get no customers, and you're paying for like Walmart to have all these freaking mattresses, like a really massive store, all of this overhead for no customers. And that's why I said, like, it can't like just be mattress, like, for these places that are just mattress stores, like you said, not like a furniture store, that makes sense. Not like online mattress store, that makes perfect sense, because as long as you just need a building, like some storage shed, and then you ship mattresses, that makes sense. What I don't understand is why you have many mattress stores, like in the areas where, like, I mean, I guess, like, people move, people obviously, like, mattresses get old and you need to replace them, but like, I've had my mattress. I have no intention of replacing it anytime in the near future.
Yeah, it's also like, just one of those things.
Like, the better part of a decade.
Yeah. It's also just one of those things, like, whenever you enter a mattress store, aren't they, like, usually relatively, like, empty?
Oh, yeah. Like, you ever go to a mattress store? Usually there's, like, one person there, and it's incredibly, like, there's dead.
Yeah,
like, even furniture stores I've gone to are usually dead, but, like, mattress stores are especially dead. That's, like, I've never, and like you said, I've never gotten my mattress from a mattress store. I've talked to people who have bought their mattresses from a mattress store before, but I've never purchased a mattress from a mattress store. Well, I've never purchased, the mattress I own is one that was bought for me, but when we went to pick it out, it was not, it was from, well, it's from a military store, so that you didn't pay sales tax and whatever. But, like, it was not, like, it was the kind of thing where, like, you get the mattress, and that was it. Like, there wasn't a large, there was a part of the store dedicated to it, but there's also, like, furniture in that part. Like, it's like a section of a mall. Like, you don't have large, like, that's what I'm seeing, like, a lot of those large stores. Also, car washes. Because technically, I mean, car washing is a luxury, really. You don't actually need to wash your car at a car wash. You can just get a bucket and water and do it yourself, or you can just let the rain do it, which is what most people do.
But it is drive like machiney thing.
Yeah, I know. It's like it's cool, I guess, but I mean, I've seen a lot of car wash places that are either like manual do-it-yourself ones
Yeah.
or like
That
things
is
like
it is weird to like have the manual do it yourself ones because it's like if I was gonna do it myself, I would have done it at home.
well, it's possible like I lived in a suburban area, but if you live in a city, it's possible you wouldn't have the ability to really do it at home. Like you don't have driveway, you don't
Oh,
have
I
all this
guess
stuff.
you. I
But
guess you.
even so, like I don't wash my car really ever. Like I might do it every once in a long while if it's just like this
Yeah,
thing looks
yeah.
disgusting. I need to wash. Like the
Uh,
rain again. The rain takes care of it. It gets cooked and rained on all the time by the sun and the rain.
yeah.
I'm not gonna bother trying to make it look shiny and pristine.
Hmm.
As
That's
much as I
fair.
like my car, I'm not putting that kind of effort into it.
Yeah, yeah.
But like a lot of car wash places pop up, and I'm like, I don't understand why. Like, what is it about these that makes them profitable? I don't have an answer for that one because I don't think it's necessarily because it's like the drug front does not work the same. But yeah,
The
um,
mattress thing, but the theory was like they're money laundering and that the mattress store is a front so they could be like, this is where we got the money. But that's not where they got the money.
well, money laundering is interesting because depending on how it's done, it seems like you'd have to have like a trail of some kind, and that's a diversion, right? Like that's the explanation for why X, Y, and Z.
They just
But
wanted us to think they were money laundering.
they wanted us no, it's they wanted us to think that they were making like $90,000 a day. No mattress place does that. Well, I mean,
Uh,
I'm sure like Tempur-Pedic or what is the one that's all on like YouTube people. Um, Helix is like the big one that people sell now. I don't own a Helix. I would not mind like I'd be perfectly okay if Helix wanted to try sponsoring me. But
yeah.
like I don't know, it's the kind of thing where I'm just like it's confusing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Car washes and mattress stores, you know, I think of all the things that like we use on a normal basis is like and this could be just me like I don't buy phones every 5 days. But
Yeah.
some people do buy phones very, very frequently. Some people buy cars very frequently. Maybe there are just enough people that do buy mattresses. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
We
gonna
got
just get a
mattress
new
collectors
fucking
in the chat.
mattress.
How many mattress collectors in the chat?
I mean, like, I have in my apartment right now. I have a guest bed that is a twin. That is, I think, my old mattress from when I was younger, and my queen mattress in my bedroom.
Yeah. I know, cause I live in a camper in my mom's yard at the moment,
Yeah,
and the camper just came with its own like mattress and bed and stuff.
yeah. We had well actually it's funny we had an entire area of the boat place that was dedicated to cushions and mattresses because like we'll build them in. You don't like go and get a mattress and then bring it to your boat. You just kind of like you would it would already be there. It would be built in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean I don't know. I don't know. That's a weird I feel like we've done a ligma,
Mhm.
but like
Yeah.
our stream is currently going 3.5 hours and change.
Yeah.
I'll probably let people go because I feel like we've gone for a while.
Yeah. We got a bit rambly towards the end.
Well, because at the very end I was like, oh man, this is amazing. The
Yeah,
we
we did end this story a little early, but it was also like a little early, but not enough time to do another.
oh well that's why I was like, well actually I mean if we had not rambled we
Yeah,
probably
we
could have
probably
done
would
it.
have done shoes.
It's okay. We need things to do later.
Yes. We're filling out the time so that we have something to do next week.
Come to stream next time where you can listen to Charlie talk about her 5-year-old voice and Bulb talk
Oh,
about mattress conspiracies, and
oh,
also the
yeah,
very hungry caterpillar, which is not
yeah.
actually problematic and does not need to be banned.
Yes, yes. And find out how traumatized I am after I watch Two Girls, One Cup.
Yep. I'll let you do your shout outs.
Alright. So, ASMR Charlie here. If you would like to, go to Candy Queen Charlotte at youtube.com, you got to see me, do a little, all sorts of stuff. I talk about anime, I talk about disturbing content, I do some Yandere simulator gameplay. Go to Sweet Candy Belt where you can watch my shit posts. Follow me at Candy Queen Charlotte on Twitch to watch me watch Two Girls One Cup and watch me get traumatized. I am trying to stream more frequently than I have been. And thank you for enjoying Hatoful Boyfriend with me and Barbecue. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to Barbecue and Protagonist and all that shit.
Yeah, yeah. I've got a Twitter and a main channel, and that's like Charlie over here. It's like, hey, I've got a YouTube channel and a Twitch and a Twitter.
Yes.
It's not like, because I've seen some people. It's like, go follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, like the entire list. It's like I could never manage all this. I hate the fact that I'm really not good at Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not great at YouTube yet. I'm making like one video a week at this point, but I'm really not good at Twitter.
Yes.
If I had the money, I might buy. I could see myself actually hiring a social media managing person.
I've been meaning to like edit some of my videos that I've recorded, but I've been so like involved in like drawing Charlie's lore comic and commissions. I haven't focused much on it.
We got the both of us have too many projects going on.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what happens when real jobs don't pay enough. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Love to you
Goodbye.
guys. Absolutely. Bye.